So last time, y'all went about attempting to find a couple of answers for a few of your different happenings, including trying to.
Plot threads?
Sure, if we want to be extraordinarily meta about this. Uh, just knock on down that fourth wall, why don't you?
That's what I'm here for.
Anyway, tried to find your little cult friend. Turns out he only shows up once a week. And you tried to scope out the Hillbender Manor, and so you can find your way in to ransack the place, and maybe, hopefully, along the way, stumble onto something that Kairei can use. Also, you saved your panther from a mob that was just kind of staring at it.
All these honkies.
Guinevere is very pretty.
She is. She was also a giant wild animal in a tree.
She is not wild.
Oh,
compared to a Chihuahua, which is probably what these honky-tonk rich people are used to.
Honky-tonk senior citizen community. Was that what we decided on? Or did I decide
that's what y'all said it was. That's not what I said it was.
I mean, what's the truth?
It's like Beverly Hills, probably.
Okay.
So
I say having
Hills
never been to Beverly Hills and therefore cannot gauge what it actually is.
So what you're telling me is
Beverly Hills is a myth.
This crowd of white people were ready to call the cops on this Black Panther.
Exactly.
Oh
God, we're opening with that. Okay.
Yeah, we open at the close.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Why this?
Because.
I feel like I should.
Why any of this?
I feel like I should get that.
Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Book 7.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't read.
And does that mean you haven't seen the movies?
No, it means I have. It just means I don't know.
I don't think it was in the movie.
No, it was. I remember him specifically kissing this stupid yellow ball.
Oh my god. It doesn't matter.
You brought it up.
It matters, goddammit.
I'm gonna give my little pinwheel to
It's very important to the Moonlighting Heroes continuity.
What continuity?
We rescued the cat.
Continuity.
Oh
I changed Muriel's age halfway through your introduction to her,
You
okay?
changed your age, you just changed her behavior.
No, I specifically had, what's her face? What is her face? Yuka. Yuka called her a young lady, and then we decided she was a granny.
I mean, she looks like a young lady. She's just mentally ancient. It works.
If that ain't a mood, I don't know what is.
It works. I'm in your corner.
So it's like how everyone here treats me.
I mean,
Meh.
if you want to make it
To be fair, you are
if you
old.
want to make it personal, sure.
You're only a year older than me, it's fine.
That's the person that deemed me server elder.
Because you were the oldest on the server, and I didn't want to, gender you. So, elder.
Gender is a myth.
Annie, who's it?
Thank you.
Anyway, so you escaped with your panther. You made it, I assume, back towards the merchants district, or wherever you decided you were going to go.
Yeah, just away.
Just away.
Yeah.
Away.
Just had to break away.
Wherever we can go where they're finally used to us being around, they don't stare anymore.
The inn.
Sure.
Or Yuka and Hinata's place.
Yeah, home base or second home base.
I mean, what are we gonna do at either of those places, really?
Yeah.
Well, if you go back to the inn, we can say there was the time skip, and it is now the day of.
Yeah, there's really no more prep to do. I think we were ready to go to the...
Yeah, it seems like our best bet is winging it.
Yeah, I was about to ask actually. Does anyone remember what we agreed on our plan was? Apparently.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah.
I kind of remembered a little bit. I remember we or Gawain and Sky are going to put on a concert and distract everybody, and then start a fire.
Yeah, there was a window that we could like
There
sneak
was
in
very,
or sneak out of.
very
No. It
important
was
windows.
that was the old plan. Our new plan was the one that involved like starting a fire, creating a booming voice that pinned the whole thing on the cult.
Oh, do you not want to distract them anymore with the concert?
I
I
mean,
think they're probably going to be plenty distracted with their party anyway.
That's fair. That way we can all go together.
yeah,
And did you say we were blaming the Pope?
cult.
Cult. Okay, sorry.
The,
I was going to say, what Pope?
Is it the New Gods boy?
Yeah,
New Gods boy.
I mean, they're basically the same thing.
I mean, it's all kind of a cult, really.
I blame the space pope.
If you think about it, everything's a cult.
Exactly. So, fire, which we have many ways of starting fire.
This is true.
We have magic, we have dragon, we have matches. We're good on that regard.
We're fire starters and whistleblowers.
Mm-hmm. So,
We didn't start the fire.
we gotta go get our
Always
snazzy
right.
outfits.
We can just
Yeah.
say that you've done that.
Okay. I am in my... If anybody remembered my picture, I am wearing that and I look awesome.
That double-breasted coat
Yeah.
thingamajigger.
Yeah.
Ah! I'm throwing my pencils.
The sexiest lizard at the party.
You're,
I don't even remember if I said Sky was wearing anything in particular.
you
feel
said
like-
something like funeral director chic.
That's true.
I
And
think
then-
That was a good thing. Good job, past me.
Isn't folks wearing Naruto orange? Wasn't that
No.
something over here?
No. He's wearing some reversible bullshit that's
Oh yeah.
got like a dark green or something on the outside that he flips around
Blue.
and can make into a blue. Was it blue?
Yeah,
Okay, dark blue on the outside, and he flips around and he can tuck the tails in, and it's a
We match. Both blue.
black thing. Because it's like a tail coat or something.
Yeah. All right.
It's okay. It's not like anybody's going to be drawing fan art.
don't be shoving your
Excuse-
needle
Well,
on me.
excuse you. Is that
But they will
is
one
that
day.
a challenge to me?
I don't know. Is it?
Yes, it is. Do it.
Is
Kind
it
of
technically?
fan
I was gonna say, does it count as fan art if it's someone within
I'm
the
a
production?
fan of me.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Also, I fucking commissioned someone for Art of Sky, so
Still technically not fan art.
it's fan art for me.
Okay. I will psychically pat your head.
Self-care is being a fan of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Just let me have this.
Okay.
No.
God, it's like it's like going to your mom and asking, "Can I do this thing?" And she's like, "Yeah." And then you go to your dad and ask him the same thing. He's like, "No."
That's what I'm here for.
Good lord. Anyway, we are.
Are we
We
ready
have
for this party?
Sure. Let's get ready for your
Oh
party.
fuck no, but let's do it.
Okay.
Let's go.
So the day of, you make your way back over to the King's Hand district, where once again, Sejong, who used to be Jae Seung, but I like Sejong better,
I do too.
is waiting for you.
Wonder why.
Oh, shut up. I'm sorry.
I love how I didn't have to say anything. I just had to pull the mom silence. That was great.
I did my sniff, I do, and I'm just like, really?
Anyway, alright. So Sejong is waiting for you alongside her boat and her small team of guards. And they greet you with an approving look and usher you onto the boat and ferry you back over to the sea-bound palace, where on the dock loading onto a slightly larger and even grander boat is Kairei and the red dragonborn and the elf man that you saw before in the throne room. They see you approach, and Kairei gives you a once-over and says, "Well, at least it looks like my money wasn't wasted. You look pretty good."
Thanks for noticing.
I mean, naturally, we do.
Don't you have like an infinite supply of money anyway?
No, it's not infinite.
So you're the
I
royalty.
mean, if you like start running out, you just tax people harder and you fix it. That's how government works, right?
I don't think she's government. Wait, she's princess. Never
royalty.
mind.
Yeah. She's government if she says so.
Kairi looks at you and she's like, "Clearly you don't understand how politics work around here." "That's fine. Best not to talk about politics at parties anyway."
I
Yes,
agree.
especially with 3 people that do not live here and did not live here until they were kidnapped.
This is also true.
My people we had to kill for
Yeah,
you.
of course. I do.
And so you get ushered onto the very, very nice boat. It's also a sailboat, but it's kind of like a miniature yacht. It's got a lower deck that has a small sort of kitchenette sort of makeup, and then a very nice large bed along the wall. And the Dragonborn goes up into the... I swear it's not called steering wheel, but I don't know what it's actually called. So he goes up to the steering wheel, and they set sail, but there's no real... The sails fill up far more than they should, given the amount of breeze that's currently circulating through the city. And you expect that they might be magically enhanced. Because if you're royalty, why would you wait for the wind to start blowing?
That's fair.
Fucking capitalists.
That's
Rudder
what you're
wheel.
looking for.
Fucking privilege.
Fucking medieval capitalists.
Semi-medieval
Rudder
capitalists?
wheel. Okay, yeah, that sounds about right.
Either way. And so you make your way through the water, and you see lights, or sort of miniature hot air balloon things almost are floating in the air above the island. They're currently lit up like the decorations you saw before. They're colors of yellow and reds and oranges. And it's kind of strange that the Festival of the Sun is taking place in the evening when the sun is going down. But considering how warm it gets in Okiai and Engen in general, that's probably just out of necessity to not burn up in the middle of the day. And so you make your way, and her dragonborn companion lands at the dock. And there is more of the private guards than usual on the dock, as people from outside of the Pearl Gardens come in. High-ranking merchants, politicians that live outside of the city of Okiai coming in from their various settlements. Even possibly, you assume, considering the strange difference in colors of the clothing, whereas normally in Okiai and Engen, the colors are sort of a little bit more muted, grays and sort of tealy greens and blues and purples. You see a couple of people in bright whites and pale minty greens, and lighter blues than are normally seen around here, and you think that they might be emissaries from Kind Garden and such, or even Isole farther to the south. And so Kairei leads the way off of the boat, and the guards immediately just step aside for her and her unusually large entourage. Normally, for these sorts of things, you don't see groups quite this big. It's mostly smaller groups. This isn't really a family affair sort of festival like some of the others might be. It's more like small groups of friends, like 2s and 3s and maybe 4s. But considering she's got 7 with her, it draws a few questioning glances, but considering it's the princess, no one's going to say anything.
Yeah, that's fair.
And so you make your way through the Pearl Gardens to the large plaza on the Big Island. And as you go, you see a couple of smaller parties in different courtyards of different manors. Some are bigger than others, some are rowdier than others. But most of them are fairly small gatherings. Again, like I said, this isn't like a family affair where you get like your extended family of cousins and aunts and uncles. It's mostly like close friends. If you're not going to the big sort of city-sponsored parties. But as you make your way towards the park and the plaza, more and more people seem to be just sort of milling about with drinks in their hands. Some of the children are running around with kites and little paper pinwheels that again are of the colors of like red and gold and yellow. Gold and yellow are the same color, Megan. Gold and orange.
I mean, there's differences there.
I mean, sometimes.
Gold is just shiny or yellow.
I guess it depends.
Gold is shiny or yellow.
Yeah, that's true.
And as you approach the plaza, there's music in the air. Flutes and stringed instruments, and you think you might hear something like a bagpipe. It's a little... Shut up, I like bagpipes.
Okay.
And as you enter into the plaza, there is people milling everywhere. It's a little bit hard to move around as they clump together and sort of refuse to pay attention to anything but their little conversation that they have going on. And Kairei is immediately called away by a rather plump-looking woman with heavily rouged cheeks and her hair pulled back in a really tight sort of ballet bun at the top of her head. And she calls Kairei's name, and Kairei looks back at you with this look like, help me, but is escorted that way towards the woman by her 2 companions, who seem determined to make her actually do her duties here.
This guy just waves.
Kairei flips you off as she goes.
Folks is too busy listening to the bagpipes and thinking of his dwarven foster dad.
Aww.
It reminds me of...
Exactly.
Reminds me of me da.
I killed Kim. She's dead. I finally done it.
Who, me?
What she always wanted.
That's what she always wanted.
Who did we kill? I'm so sorry.
Kim's dead.
Oh.
She's dying.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to mourn my passing.
Wait, what killed her, though?
Bad accents, I'm sure.
Oh, probably.
Yeah.
I never said I was going to be good at voices.
I wonder if Gary would approve of me.
If he doesn't, I do.
God bless.
A die matter more.
Okay.
Okay, I'm good.
Are we sure?
No,
Okay, fair enough.
Let's continue.
Anyway,
just go.
Alright. So yeah, Kairei gets called away to do her duties as princess, which is basically to mingle and get fawned over by people until she can't take it anymore.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Oh no, how sad.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me, I'm pretty sure she'd rather be burning down the manor with you guys than doing what she's actually doing.
That's valid.
I mean, who wouldn't?
Who doesn't love a good old fire starting?
Anyone who wants to hang out with us is valid.
So, do you guys decide to mingle a little bit to sort of establish your presence there? Or...
Hell no.
Because
In
This guy's not.
thinking in
It's-
character,
This guy is not
thinking
here.
in character, Gwen definitely does not want to mingle with these stuffy rich people.
even if there's free food and drink?
Bulk doesn't want to mingle with people that he's about to steal from.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll grab a
This
big
guy's
old,
definitely taking a little bit of the food.
a giant, 7-foot-tall dragonborn man handful of hors d'oeuvres, shoving it in his mouth. Good go. Let's go.
Like tiny little quiches and
Yes.
little bits of
Yes.
sliced sashimi.
Yeah, and he grabs like 3 glasses of what champagne or whatever they're passing around, just chugs it. Let's go. Go. Go.
Oh yeah, if anyone does try to make conversation with Sky, I want it known that they just stare at the person until they leave.
I grab a piece of sashimi and give it to Guinevere.
No, that's not high enough. Okay. I was rolling to see if anyone was actually going to try and make conversation with you.
I thought you were rolling if Guinevere would eat the sushi, and I'm like, she's a cat.
Actually, make a constitution save for Guinevere real quick.
Me?
You're
Alright.
the
Yes.
wrong characters. for
Alright.
this.
Time to break out my dice. My room is dark and I can't see. Hold on, I'm gonna turn on a light. Alright. I got this. This is the 20. 12.
Okay.
And Constitution for her is plus. Okay, so just 12. Yeah.
Okay, no, that's fine. If you had rolled under a 10, I said she wouldn't go. I was going to say she throws it up on some fancy person's shoes. You're good.
God, she's so good.
Sometimes.
Even with her failures, are good.
Butt spin.
Put spin.
But then, ooh.
God bless.
Ah, this is good.
Anyway, so
This is a
you
good time.
decide to go ahead and make your way towards the Hillbender Manor.
Yeah, I think we're just heading
Yeah,
over
let's just dive
Alright.
head
there.
first
Maybe
into this.
splitting up?
Uh,
Trying to?
if you decide,
Trying to not take the same route?
okay, I need you all to roll stealth checks for me then, to see if you can slip out without someone noticing.
This surface I'm rolling on, I'm gonna have to use a different one because it's not flat enough. I'm gonna use this table over here.
Come on, baby, need a new pair of shoes.
What's the stealth one again?
It's dexterity.
Dex.
Okay.
I may need to re-roll because
Stealth is
Jesus fucking
I got-
Christ, Kim.
2. I got an 8.
I need to re-roll because mine turned out crooked.
Alright, go ahead.
Let me I'm gonna turn the room light on so I can actually see. It got
Oh,
dark
no.
while I was sitting back here.
Oh no.
But folks,
So-
you have a thing you can
So
do to
what
make
did we all
us
get?
stealthier. Why aren't you doing this for us?
I guess he's saving it until you actually get to the manor.
But it lasts like fuck ever.
It lasts now. You know what? I'll use it. Fuck it. 2 key points. I'm giving everyone plus 10.
Okay.
Thank you. I got a
Okay.
I got a 18 now.
So I have a
So now I'm at 14.
17. Suck it.
Okay.
I did the best. Wow. I actually
Shut up.
was good on something I'm good at.
What did you get, Jay?
I got an 8 originally, but it's 18 now.
Okay, what about Guinevere?
Oh no.
You can't leave the panther at the party.
I mean, she's got like plus 8 to stealth, so let's see.
Listen,
18, actually.
Guinevere is a social butterfly.
Compared to y'all, yeah, she is.
She got a 4 plus.
Look, I'm trying, okay?
4 plus 8 is 12, and then plus 10 is 22.
Okay.
See?
Jeez.
Luckily, no one's actually paying attention. Some might be a little drunk already. Might have been pre-gaming before the actual party. So, y'all go ahead and make your way out of the party without drawing too much attention to yourself. Or drawing any attention to yourself.
Thank fucking Christ.
You owe me key points. I don't know how you're gonna give them back to me, but you owe them to me.
We'll figure something out.
Yeah, Kim's a
You're
bard
fine.
now. You can get inspiration. That works.
There you
Shit, that's right.
You forgot you were a bard.
I forget my own name on a good day.
Yikes.
That's fair.
Italicized. Bold.
Underline that shit.
I don't know how you underline shit on Discord. I don't think you can.
You can, I just forget how to do it. I
Whatever.
think it's,
It's
Is
Might
it
be
the
underscore?
underscore? That sounds
Yeah.
right, but I don't know. One sec. Off topic, but I'm going to try.
time to find
Is it
out.
double underscore?
I
I think
don't
it might be
so.
double underscore.
Show you an underscore.
What the fuck does,
What
that,
does
mean?
that mean?
Hey, yeah, it is double underscore.
Yikes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Good job.
yeah.
Pete.
Stack those. Stack those text modifiers.
Hey!
Even strike through. Strike through is one curly thing.
It's two curly things.
It's two.
Oh,
it
two.
will-
I should know this. I have to do it every week. What the fuck is wrong with me?
You see me that I just did the one curly and it didn't work.
Yeah, now it just looks
I
like
thought
you're
that was
doing.
I thought that was a normal hyphen because I couldn't tell.
It kind of
Wow,
looks.
This is great radio.
It kind of looks like you're doing jazz hands, like yikes.
It's very strange.
Yikes.
All right, so
Anyway,
Yikes,
We
yikes, yikes,
we
yikes, yikes,
stealth
yikes,
good.
yikes.
y'all stealth decent. Well, actually, no. Jay did pretty good.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, Strider and Jay actually
Folks
did,
got a 17.
pretty fucking good.
Winifred got a 22.
It's just Sky that was kind of okay.
Yeah, I got a
Like-
17 when I rolled a 2.
But like, the
Luckily,
wizard-
the noble's passive perception is only 12. Might be a little lower because some of them are drunk.
I feel like a wizard's not supposed to be the most stealthy, so that's okay.
They probably should be, though, considering how squishy they are.
Well, I guess we know what's happening this
I'm
episode.
trying to be
No.
motivational. Damn.
Anyway,
I'll show you, Squishy.
It was nice knowing you, Sky.
Anyway,
you make your way through the woods back towards the Hellbender. Wow. Hillbender.
Hellbender's a great villain name.
I can really tell how this day is gonna go. This whole mission's just gonna go great.
Just like last week.
Going to the Hillbender Manor.
I think this is just what our show is.
Probably, and I'm not mad at it.
The Hillbender.
Neither am I. It's a delight.
You make your way back towards the Hillbender house. There are a couple of people hanging out in the woods. You know, the socially awkward nobles and a couple of kids running around playing tag because they're bored standing around with their parents.
Yeah,
Just-
the ones who set off fireworks.
I was just imagining it was where all the horny teenagers went.
No, those are off on a different
I mean,
island.
Sky is here.
Okay.
There are multiple islands. Most of them are not very occupied at this moment. You could go pretty much anywhere else.
Cool.
Anyway,
No rules, just right.
Sky has something incredibly urgent to do on one of the other islands now.
She would like to purchase an island.
She would like to open a bank account to purchase an
What's
island.
the weather like?
Can we piss off a god to make a distraction?
Anyway, so you make your way back towards the Hillbender Manor. Just like before, if you see the guard and the dog passing by the gate, and you can only assume that means that the other guard is also there.
Alright, so how do we get past the guards? Is this where we start the fire, or?
I feel like that's something we should do on our way out.
Are we worried about these people that are around, or do we think they won't notice us?
The people in the woods,
Yeah.
they're all occupied with their own shit.
And I mean the fire might make more guards come. So
Yeah, but they'll go to a specific location as opposed to patrolling.
we can try it. I think if we just start one small fire, it wouldn't be bad. Don't go hog wild and start setting all the bushes on fire, then you get them all over the place.
Alright, so
I want to add
Christmas.
input, but I'm the DM and I shouldn't.
I have a really possibly stupid idea.
No, God, please give us some divine, some divine advice.
I don't know, I just figured like the fire was something to cover your tracks on the way out, because if you start a fire, people might run into the house to try and save shit.
Yeah. Not to mention that if the fire keeps spreading, it's something that could kill us. Or, like, could just make things more complicated in general.
so few people get burned. So someone may die in the process. It's not the first time we've caused collateral damage, I think.
Yeah, I meant us.
We'll be fine. You've survived much worse. You've survived fire before.
I mean, how are we? We're not blowing up a bomb. We're just gonna like strike a match and let it go.
Yeah, it's only flash paper.
Are we doing
when
flash
did this-
paper, or do you just want to use a match?
When did y'all
Flash-
survive fire before?
Kim got torched by a dog, I think.
Oh, that's right. I
Hellhound.
forgot about the Hellhound. I was like, hags?
This guy's been through a lot in the past few days.
Yeah.
They have.
I mean, so is everyone, but
Sky almost died once.
Like 5 times.
Repeatedly. Repeatedly
just the
5
once.
times.
this guy's very squishy.
It was just the once.
Okay, so my stupid idea is that I can cast a message and tell the guard that, like, there's a shift change or something. Just to get them to move. Then we can more easily sneak past.
You can go for it, but I don't know how much that'll work considering that a mental message shift change is probably not going to move them until someone just comes in.
Not shift change necessarily. This is the first thing I could think of, okay?
I mean, go for it.
It's like, hey, there's free food at this specific location if you go there right now. Free steak dinners if you arrive right now.
Yo, there's a couple of teenagers canoodling outside this specific corner of the wall. Maybe you should tell them to go away.
Yeah, I'm gonna do exactly that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, let's fucking
Thanks,
go.
God.
Always looking out
Okay,
for us.
so message is a cantrip. So I can just do that. Do I roll, like, persuasion? Deception?
Roll a deception check for me, yeah.
Okay.
Come on, charisma.
That's not bad. Let me see.
Rolled a 12.
12. Luckily, a guard's intelligence is only 10. So, let me do. Yeah, okay. So you see the guard out front perk up, and which corner are you sending him to?
Which one's furthest away from us?
Well, you're right at the front gate, or you're around the front gate, I assume?
All right.
Unless y'all are somewhere different.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I would assume.
Okay. So if you're around the front gate, I guess like one of the back. Well, yeah, I guess you could send them to one of the back corners and then.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
That seems like a thing to do.
So for the sake of simplicity, let's say you send them to the back right corner, because that's where I have my little pinwheel doodle on my paper.
Sure.
Okay. Now, did you send that to just the one guard or to both of them?
Both.
Okay. Let me make a roll for the other guard then.
God damn it.
No, that was a 6. And that's +0, so yeah.
Even more stupid.
Yes.
Even more stupid.
They are both dumb as bricks. Okay.
Guys, I did a smart thing.
You didn't die in the process. I'm so proud of you.
Well played.
So you hear them start shouting, like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And make it start going towards the back right corner, where they assume there are 2 teenagers canoodling right outside the guy's property. What do you do now?
We start
Yeah,
Start-
go in.
moving through
Start
the gate.
hauling ass in
Yeah.
there.
You're outside the gate? Are the gates closed? Are y'all gonna try and open it, or are you going to
Is it safe to climb over?
it's a it's just a hedge wall. There's nothing like on top of it or anything. Like
Let's just dive for the bushes.
Yeah.
like pigeons pikes or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. Make, I guess, either athletics or acrobatics checks. Y'all choose.
Okay.
Okay.
Folks will do acrobatics.
I will do. It's the same for either way for me, so it doesn't really matter. I got
13.
11.
Okay.
14.
Okay. Y'all managed to make it through the bushes without getting. Oh, make one for Guinevere too.
Okay, let me see what her.
Guinevere has a climb speed.
Well, we're
Oh,
diving
she just-
through the bushes. We're not really climbing through them.
She could also just climb over.
If she's got
Whatever's
climbing.
easiest for us is fine with me.
Just have her climb.
Okay.
She can do that.
She can climb like
A
40
mofo.
feet. She's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, no, this.
Then we don't have to ask RNGesus to get involved.
It's fair. It's valid.
Yeah, no, the hedge wall's only about 15-ish, 20 feet tall, so yeah, she makes it
She's
over
got
just
that.
fine. Yeah. So y'all managed to make it through the bushes without getting too tripped up or scratched up or anything like that. So you are now, although you do leave a little bit of a strange sort of gap in the leaves where you've pushed through.
Can
No,
I
we
tidy
don't.
that up real quick?
Actually,
Eh,
wait.
Got it.
Yeah.
Still have Pass Without Trace. Pass Without Trace makes it so that we don't leave tracks behind.
Oh, cool. That's fine then. Never mind then.
Hell yeah.
Yeah!
Alright,
That was
so you are
Good call to
now
have that.
in enemy territory.
Oh
So,
boy.
so how do you proceed?
Are those 2 guards the only
I would
ones
assume we
that
go
are
for the
here?
nearest window.
The windows on the front of the house are all currently closed.
Open, closed. Yeah.
We're gonna sneak
And you
around.
you sent the guards to the back right corner.
Yeah. So we'll go over on the left side of the house.
Okay.
Sounds good.
So as you round the corner, you do notice that the bottom breeze window is currently open. It is about let's call it a 45-50 degree angle open from the bottom. There's a little bit of a crank on the bottom windowsill that sort of opens it up. So if you want to climb through, you're going to have to make acrobatics checks again.
Okay. It's +2 for me.
I'm willing to do that. +5 for me.
13.
Okay.
Let me shake this thing up, make sure it's good.
19.
Nice.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Why did I buy you for you to betray me like this?
What did you get?
Did you botch?
I got a 1.
Oh no.
Oh
God
no.
damn it.
Why did I buy you? I paid money for you.
You need to
So,
punish the dice.
dice jail.
That's jail.
Can we just say the window breaks and nothing else happens?
So, Folks makes it through, no issue. Slips through, lands on a runner carpet, one of those long, thin carpets,
Oh, do I need to
without
roll
a
for
sound.
Guinevere too?
Yeah, give me a second. And then Sky makes it through, is a little more clumsy about it, kind of sort of just falls through the window instead of climbing through. What did Guinevere get?
Wait, is it just are we just climbing or is there like? Cause she can
Well,
just
you-
climb.
It's on the first floor, but you kind of have to squeeze through the angle.
Okay.
So-
What's the modifier for acrobatics or athletics or whatever it is?
Acrobatics.
It's Dex.
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 I got 4.
For Guinevere?
Yeah, these things hate me.
Christ's sake.
Why did I buy you?
Guinevere does a bit of scrabbling on the windowsill, but luckily because of the pass without a trace, there's no scratch marks or anything left. It takes her a bit, but she does manage to get through. Gawain gets stuck. Because of the angle and how tall he is, he manages to get his head through, but as he's bending over to try and climb through the window, his tail and such gets stuck.
Nobody say a word.
Quit fooling around
Can we
down
just
here.
try and pull him in?
Sure, make
Yeah.
a strength check.
Folks will
Oh,
also
good.
make
Do I need to roll anything for
If
this?
Folks is helping, you can do so with advantage.
Okay, so it's just Guy. Can you pull out another lucky strength check?
Hey,
Yeah.
actually,
Apparently I fucking can.
Yeah.
So that's a 17
okay,
with advantage.
right. So you do a little heaving and you do a little huffing, and eventually Gawain sort of sucks his belly in as best he can, and sort of pop him through. Although there is a bit of a clatter as you knock over a small house plant.
And all through the house, not a creature was stirring.
Not even a dragonborn.
Or a panther.
Or 2 kids.
So you find yourself in a large grand room. On the left, if you're standing with your back to the window, on your left side is a large kitchen space. There's a wood burning stove. There is what looks like a large metal box, rectangular, standing upright. And there are lots of counters. You see
How large is this box? Like human size?
about the size of a normal door.
Yikes.
I want in that box.
There is a handle on it on the box, and it is standing.
That's called bait.
I want to take
It's
it.
standing upright.
I'm gonna
You wanna
open
you
the
wanna
box.
open the box?
I want to take the bait.
Oh no.
Okay. You open the box, and on the bottom is a very large block of ice. And the upper 2/3 is a couple of different metal shelves that are all frosted over because of the temperature of
So it's
meat.
just a fridge?
It's an icebox, guys. Jesus
it's an
Christ,
icebox.
calm down. Jesus Christ.
Folks closes the box in disappointment.
What did you think he was gonna do? Have a freaking body in his kitchen?
No,
Yes.
but something.
No, but it was gonna be trapped or something.
It was gonna be like a glitter bomb or something.
It's a fucking heist.
I was expecting, just something. But it was empty. It was effectively empty.
Not even like beer or anything. Just nothing.
He's got like meats and fruits and fish and stuff.
I'll take his fruit.
Sky steals one of the fruit, yeah.
The fruit doesn't perish and doesn't stink. I'm gonna take it.
Okay, you each, whoever grabs ends up with a handful of grapes each.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shove it in my face.
You know what?
It's in mine
Same.
now.
Folks
Along
shove
with-
some meat into the bag of holding. It'll stay. There's no oxygen. There's nothing to, spoil it. There's no
That's
atmosphere.
true.
Okay, you end up with 2 nice cuts of lamb in your bag.
Nice. Nice.
Nice,
Each about,
nice.
let's say each of them is about 6 ounces.
We'll have to electric grill those later. That sounds delicious.
We're eating good. You know what?
Anyway.
Since I have basically a preservative box, a preservative bag.
Just shove the whole
Yeah.
icebox's contents into the bag. Fuck it.
Fucking
Take
do it.
the ice cube. Even. Actually, leave some really nice meat in there, but take the ice.
Oh my god!
Wait. Oh no! I will leave a fish in there and then take the ice.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
We're
Alright.
just fighting this guy.
Okay.
To be fair,
So,
he's like a human trafficker or some shit.
Yeah, fuck
so.
him. Fuck him.
y'all are assuming. Anyway, so if you're clearing out his icebox, except for a singular fish, he does have a whole fish in there. It still has the eyeball in it and everything. That's on the bottom shelf, right above the ice. You end up with a
Alone.
half-eaten bunch of grapes. Half-eaten because both Gawain and Sky took a handful. There's also
Know about.
there is also a clear glass pitcher of a white fluid. If you take a taste, you will find it is milk. There is also a couple of bone-in T-bone steaks. There's about 3 of those. And there is also some really good hearty cheddar cheese and 2 sticks of butter.
And it's all ours now.
I was not expecting us to have to find a butcher after this, but here we are.
Well, time to learn to cook. Folks only knows how to cook one thing and he's leaving it behind.
Been living on my own for like 10 years. I got this, kids. I got this.
Thanks,
Okay.
Thanks, Dragon Dad.
Thanks, Dad.
Anyway, and
Constantly thank God for Dragon Ball.
And okay, so also in the kitchen, they have open shelving. So you see a couple of really nice looking goblets. This really pretty tea set that has these cherry blossom patterns on it. The teacups have no handles. There's a couple of pots and pans. Hanging above the wooden stove is a couple of ladles and a really big carving knife that's kind of intimidating.
This guy takes a knife.
No.
All yours.
Okay.
No.
Okay,
don't
you
like
now
this.
own a meat cleaver. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
I take everything that looks valuable, so like not the pots and pans, but like the goblets,
The goblets and the
fancy.
tea set.
The tea
Yeah.
set. It's
Okay.
important.
You now
I can't wait
have
for
care-
Sky to become a serial
I care
killer.
about
you now
tea.
have a set of 4 cut crystal goblets and a tea set that is a white porcelain teapot with the cherry blossom pattern on it, and 2 teacups. There are no saucers, just
Hell
the
yeah.
cups.
Hell yeah.
No silverware?
Not
No,
on
we-
the shelf.
We eat with our hands in this house.
If you want to look in the drawers, there's a couple of drawers in cabinets and stuff underneath.
Yeah, Sky looks.
I raid all
Okay.
of those.
Oh my
Okay.
God. I know
You
we have infinite space, guys, but Jesus Christ.
no, I'm pretty sure.
Fuck this guy.
I'm pretty sure this was y'all's plan all along, to just steal everything so
I
you
know,
wouldn't
but
notice
it's
that you
taking
specifically
forever
stole
to
the
raid
a
paperwork.
man's shelves and
So you end up
Listen,
with
Sky's chaotic good. It's fine.
this is leaning towards chaotic neutral, but that's fine. More interesting. So you end up with half a dozen of each of these really finely made spoons, forks, and knives, and then there's 3 really nice steak knives with the good carved wooden handles that you can take. In the drawers, there's also a bunch of like tea cozies and stuff. And like dish towels and such.
I take the tea cozies, but I leave the dish towels.
Okay. There's also like you can find a rolling pin, I guess, if you want it.
Sky's taking that.
Okay.
I think we might have a use for that second room now.
To hold all your stuff.
Yeah. What?
Yeah, at least until we can find a fence.
Because we can't sell it all at once because that would be very suspicious. We'll have to hold on to it for a while.
Yeah,
How
I
much of
don't
this
know.
can we actually sell, though? Half of it is food.
I mean, you can sell
We've got
food.
nice tea set and silverware and
I bet you
the
that
food. We gotta eat.
you probably wouldn't be able to sell most of this to Hinata and Yuka, but I bet that tea house lady wouldn't mind the tea set.
Good to
Taking
know.
the hint, God.
Yeah, just in general, just because Yuka and Hinata won't want most of this.
Doesn't mean you
Doesn't mean
can't
that
just.
there won't be other merchants we can find.
Doesn't mean you can't just like hawk it in general.
I mean, I understand that, but like, I was more referring to just half of it being food, and that I know we can't
I
sell
mean,
the
we can
grape.
sell the meat.
This is only the first room, brother.
That's true.
We got more rooms to go through.
That's true, and call me sibling.
Sibling. My apologies.
Sibling. So that's basically what you can find in the kitchen. If you turn around, you see that there is a large formal dining room right across from the kitchen. It's got this super long, looks like a hand-carved wooden table. It looks kind of like, what is the style? Craftsman style, sort of like rustic and just sort of barely refined, but in like a bougie sort of way, if you know.
Alright, let's get the table in there.
There are 3 chairs on each side, and there's one at either of the heads of the table. One specifically has. They're all cushioned with like this velvet material. The velvet is a sort of beigey tan material, all except for one chair. That one has a sort of not quite a step ladder, but like it looks like it has a little bit of a step to it, and the seat is a dark sort of reddish burgundy wine color, and the back is a little higher. And despite the table is currently set with really nice plates, again it's got the sort of cherry blossom pattern that matches the tea set, and there's no silverware, but the plates are there. There's the larger dinner plate and the smaller bread plate, and then a sort of soup bowl. all set out for each spot. And there is I guess like a hutch or a curio cabinet on the other side that has more plates of various different patterns. One has a sort of golden lung dragon across the plates. The others have a sort of sky pattern, and then there's another that's just sort of a plain dark green.
A sky pattern, you say?
Yeah. It's like pale blue, it's got clouds on it. There's on the outer sides of the bowls, there is a singular sort of seagull on the bowls.
I grab all the plates.
We just
All
got
right.
all these things that you just said.
Okay. So there are
The table's a bit of a difficult fit, but we managed.
Well, no, we actually cannot put the table or the chairs in there.
We can't. We have to meet the width of the opening of the bag.
Yeah.
yeah. It doesn't like suck it in cartoon style. You have to be able to fit it in the bag. At least in the opening for the bag to take it.
Question.
Yes.
What happens if you turn the bag inside out?
All the contents. There is an actual thing that happens.
I don't know what it is though. I can maybe find out.
It's called We Die.
Okay, so I'm gonna say, don't test this, but
Yeah, please.
God, if
Do
you're
not.
out there listening and want to give us some, divine answers, you're more than welcome to.
No, I'm actually kind of curious, so I'm gonna figure this out. Let me see if
God, are you there? It's me, Kimberly.
bag
What?
of devouring, bag of holding. If the
What?
bag is overloaded, pierced, or torn, it ruptures and is destroyed. The contents are scattered across
And
the
inside out.
astral plane.
Overloaded, you say?
If the bag is turned inside out, its contents spilled forth unharmed, but the bag must be put right before it can be used again.
Yeah.
Breathing creatures inside the bag can survive up to a number of minutes equal to 10 divided by the number of creatures, after which they begin to suffocate.
How do you put people in there?
Not people, just breathing
Halflings.
creatures.
Halflings.
Like if you
Like little
like-
small babies?
babies, cats, chihuahuas,
Just shove
Pekingese.
people.
Okay, this is...
This guy's gonna stick their foot in and try.
Oh, you're gonna step on the stakes.
I'm kidding.
Save
Okay.
this for when we get back to base, kids.
So of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
how many different sets of dishes did I describe? There was the cherry blossom, the sky, the lung dragon, and the green one?
Yeah.
I think 4, yeah.
Okay, so you now have 4 sets of dishes, and each set has 8 full packages, parcels, whatever. 8 bowl, plate, smaller plate, bowl. 8 of those for each. So you got a lot of plates
Yeah,
and bowls.
yeah, fine dining.
Finest wine and dining of all the wines and dines in town.
Oh, speaking of wines, there is also a small wine rack.
Oh,
That
definitely
is-
taking all of that.
Oh, we're taking all of that.
Okay.
All of it.
So, there's 5 different bottles of wine. One is a red that is, if you pop it open, it's fairly strong in smell. Probably something like, I don't know wines. A Malbec.
It's okay. Neither do I.
I don't either.
And I'm assuming neither do any
Question.
of us.
I have a new question.
Yes.
What is the legal age in this country for drinking?
We'll say, we'll do it like,
Are you really worried about the legality of drinking right now?
Gwen's
No.
gonna be very judgmental and be like, "No, you're babies. Save your brain cells."
We're not gonna drink it.
well, you might
Yeah,
want to
we're
drink
selling
some
all
of it.
this.
All right,
Uh,
accept this.
We'll say they do it like the Brits do, so that
So
when
8,
you are
16.
whatever the approximate age that would equal a 16-year-old can drink wine and beer, and you have to be 18 for any other sort of hard alcohols.
Cool. So
We
Right.
cool? All right.
yeah, I'm fine
So
with
there's
this.
There's a sort of Malbecky sort of dark red. There's a bottle of champagne that is still wrapped. There is a bottle of sangria that has slices of oranges and lemons and what look like berries floating in it. There is a bottle of a sweet white wine, and then there is a it's unlike the other bottles that were sort of see-through, made of the glass. This one is a clay jug, and it is sake.
Nice.
A man of culture, I see.
A man who just likes his booze.
And we take all of it.
Okay.
This guy's looking at each bottle like, I have no idea what this is.
Rain is
I'm 12.
definitely eyeing a 1 or 2 he wants to keep for himself.
I'm 12. What's this?
12, what's this? I'll tell you when you're older, kids.
Dragon Dad?
Continuing.
What is this?
Continuing on our looting
Okay.
journey.
So you walk through this sort of archway, and you are brought into a hallway-esque area that if you turn right, you see opens up into the foyer, and there are 2 staircases that lead upward onto the second floor landing. In front of you is a living space. You can see the other first floor breezeway window. There are a couple of nice sort of couches. There's one of those, what is it called? The thing that's like half couch, half bed that you see pictures of ladies fainting on. Is that a chase? A lounge? One of those. Place for ladies to faint.
There you go.
Fainting couch.
Fainting
That,
couch.
sure. Why not? There's a few paintings hanging on the wall. Most of them are sort of grandiose self-portraits of a stout dwarf. Not quite a long beard. It's sort of kept close to his face, but it's very full. It's this dark sort of reddish-brown color. His hair is cropped short towards his head as well. He's dressed terribly gaudy in every single portrait you see of him. And he's, in every single painting, surrounded by riches. In one, he's holding up a model boat. And in fact, there
Can
is...
Sky slash the paintings?
If you wanna!
Yeah, that's what you got the big old knife for now.
The frickin' meat cleaver.
This is what I got.
I had another knife, actually.
I was
Okay,
gonna-
you can use that.
That's what I have my claws for.
I was gonna ask if we could steal the paintings, but if you want to destroy
Oh,
them,
can we? I mean,
Some of the...
I was assuming they were going to be, like, too big to fit
Yeah,
in
they
the
might be
bag.
a little big to fit in the bag.
I'm-
But if you look on the sort of coffee table, that's probably not what it actually is. The sort of table in the middle of the lounges and stuff, there is a model boat that is very similar to the model boat shown in one of the paintings. So you could take that if you'd like.
Yeah.
It might be of some sort of
Oh, yeah.
sentimental value to the motherfucker.
Just a neat little
We'll do that and
down.
slash the paintings.
all yours.
Alright. I'm trying to think what else there would be in this room. There's not a whole lot in the living room. Most of the entertaining is probably done in the dining room, where he can sort of show off, look at all this food I can buy and keep because I have a frickin' icebox, which probably everyone else on these islands have, but whatever. It's mostly the paintings, the lounges. There's no like mantle on a fireplace for him to put things that you could steal. Since he doesn't have a fireplace, he has giant windows that do not have curtains on them. The breezeway windows do not have curtains, by the way.
Damn it.
All the other
Yeah,
windows do, though, so you're fine with those.
Oh, good. Is that how we're starting the fire?
Nah, there's bushes. We might steal the curtains, though.
That's fair.
Sure, but if you want to give me a strength check to see if you can pull them from the curtain rod or whatever.
9.
Yeah, sure. It's not hard, but, you know, it does take a little bit of effort to do so.
A little bit of tugging.
Just a bit of
That will
tug,
help.
little bit of tugging. Are you going to steal all the curtains from the windows?
Fuck yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Fuck this guy.
There are 4 very large windows. There's the 2 in the back and the 2 at the front. So you have 4 sets of curtains. And there are a deep blue color. If you pulled them across the windows, they would probably block out most of the light. Not quite blackout curtains, but as close as you're probably going to get.
We got tinted curtains. Got it.
Got a what?
Tinted.
curtains.
Tinted curtains.
Oh, okay. I thought you said like a tent of a curtain, and I was like, what? I mean, I guess you could probably make a tent out of them, but
It would be very inefficient.
probably.
I'll use this for a blanket fort later.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll roll for a pillow fight.
There are throw pillows on the chases if you want to take those.
Which we're taking.
Okay. You now have 5 throw pillows.
Basically, if it fits in the bag, we're taking it.
I'm
gotta
going with,
fit-
like, if it's also, like, of some relative value. I imagine this fancy fucker has, like, the fancy pillows, the fancy curtain.
It's like
Yeah, the fancy, not comfortable pillows.
fancy exotic silks and all that stuff.
Sometimes things that are expensive
Are
are
worse.
worse.
Title. Anyway. So you do your best to ransack the bottom floor. Do you want to go ahead and head on up and ransack there too?
Fuck yeah. How many floors do we have?
Just the
I
2.
don't remember. Just the 2.
Just the
Okay.
2.
No basement or anything that we can see?
Make a perception check.
Okay.
I guess I'll do that too.
So I got a natural 20.
Alright, I
Okay.
don't need to do shit then.
There
I'm
is
still gonna
no
roll.
basement.
No basement.
Kansas really just...
No,
Alright, look-
wait, but if we go that way, then there are stairs right there. They go down? Okay, just trust me on this.
Yeah, they go down to the first floor. There is no basement.
I'm role-playing, damn it.
I don't like these dice. They're mean to me.
Alright, I'm gonna roll perception and see if there's an attic.
Okay.
Why do you do
That
that?
is...
Do the same.
I'm a little concerned for time here.
We're good, we're
How
fine.
much time we're wasting on garbage when we should first focus on the thing and then ransacking.
Well, we need to see how much we can ransack. Besides, I got a 14.
But what if we get run out of here? We don't have
I got
shit
no
to
other.
show for it.
There's no attic.
Alright, let's hurry. We've got...
Mostly
Okay.
because I did not design an attic.
Okay, we've got...
It's fair.
God, these dice are just mean. I don't like them. RPBot was nicer to me than these things are.
That's
Oh, Christ.
That's saying
That's
something.
why I'm still using RPBot.
Anyway, so you make your way back, and there are 2 stairways on either side of the entryway that both lead up to the second floor landing. And like with the palace before, and this seems to be a common design element, the entryway is open to both the first and second floor.
Alright, let's go upstairs.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
We're just gonna go up.
All right. Which stairway are you climbing?
Um,
Don't they go to the same place?
Yeah.
yeah, but like different starting spots in the same place.
Well, they do end up on different spots of that hallway landing. They don't curve in on each other. They're both just straight. Um,
We'll take
but
whatever
which
was
one do you?
closest to us first.
Yeah,
Then that's going to
I
be
think
the
so.
the right one. Who's going first?
Folks.
Roll a dexterity save for me, then.
Not me with these kinds of questions.
Dexterity save? Ooh. That's a natural 20.
Got
Yeah.
ourselves a trick stairway.
You hear a small ting of a tripwire being tripped, and without thinking, you duck, and right over your head goes a small pointed needle that goes straight across the wall to the other wall.
Alright, I'm gonna take larger steps over the steps so that I don't hit tripwires.
Do you want to do a perception check to see if you can see
Yeah, I was gonna
any
say,
other
can we
wires?
just
That's
see
it.
if we can see
Yeah.
them?
Alright, perception.
Alright, let's see if I can
What the
fuck
hell?
this up entirely with these cursed
What was that, Strider?
dice.
I got a 16.
I got a 14.
Perception, I got 11.
Okay. Jay is at the back of the Gawain, sorry, is at the back of the pack, so you don't quite see. But as soon as Sky sees that dart go across, they're immediately looking at the stairs, and they see one more wire. You're about halfway up the stairs, and there is one more wire right at the top of the stairs.
Okay, guys, there's another one up there. Don't trip it.
Cuts it.
It's right there.
Cuts it with a dagger.
Okay. I don't know how tripwires work. I guess that stops
I don't know, I
it.
feel
I
like
assume the idea there is that we set it off harmlessly.
Okay.
say usually when you're cutting a tripwire, you want like pliers so they don't have like any force pushing one direction on it. With a dagger, it's gonna push it, so it's gonna activate it. But if we're activating it intentionally, I think it's fine.
Yeah, I can definitely like reach far enough that I can just trip it and the dart won't come near me.
Okay.
Unless it has one hell of a curve.
No. It just goes straight across. So
Sniper's dot lands.
so you sort of crouch down and sort of lay across the stairs to reach up and cut the wire, and the another needle dart, same with shoots across and lands in the other wall.
Is there a chance that we could reach it and take them?
It is literally across to the other staircase.
That's what I figured, but
If you want to, you can go over and look and try and grab it.
yeah, fuck it, why not?
All right. Are you going to be looking for traps on your way over there?
I mean, yeah.
Probably smart.
Good idea.
Oh god.
Ah, no.
You see
That's a 2.
nothing. So you go ahead and head on over.
Oh,
And
Scotty.
you, it's right at the top of the stairway to get to that, the latest one that you shot off. And just like before, you hear the click, and you've stepped on another tripwire. Make a dex save for me.
I'm scared.
Yeah, this gonna go bad.
That's not
12.
terrible.
It's passable.
Is it just a near miss?
It's
a very near miss.
It is a very near miss. Like, it goes right in front of your face. And pings into the other wall. Just as folks is trying to stand up from cutting the wire. And it goes right in front of their face, too.
Sorry.
Sky, please stay with the group, honey.
I grabbed the needle that nearly hit me.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh yeah, can I catch it with my missile snaring?
You wouldn't. You
Gloves?
could if it was aimed for you,
Okay.
but it was not aimed at you.
Right.
It's just sort of stuck in the wall.
Okay.
Sky just walks back over to
One
stay
day,
with the group,
one day I'll use my magic item. One day.
somewhat dejectedly.
I have deflect missiles. I totally forgot about that.
All right.
No, it didn't really matter.
Go us, go us, go us.
I'm so
So you
smart.
pull out the needle. Do you want to do an investigation on it?
Sure.
What was the question again?
I guess.
I'm just taking the needle and seeing what it is.
Okay.
Holy hell!
Is that another nat 20?
Yeah, it rolled around Mega Man and landed on a nat 20.
Did you just steal all my luck and I'm just left
Get
with
equipped
garbage?
with nat 20s.
So that's a total of 19.
What the
Okay.
fuck?
So you immediately recognize there is a slick sort of oily substance on it, and you take a little bit and smell it, and you recognize it as a tranquilizing agent that if it gets into your bloodstream, knocks you out for several hours, so that whenever the person who set these traps comes back, they would find you.
Ooh.
Ah, the soparil.
I will actually keep these. Can I, use these needles as, weapons? Like darts?
You could probably use them as a dart. If you want to collect them, you would get the 3. So the one in the wall, and then the 2 on the other wall.
Would it be like a throwable thing or something?
Yeah.
It's a throwable. Think of it like
Rolled.
yeah, it's a one-use magic item, I guess, that they have to make.
Can Sky go down and just intentionally set off the 4th one that I'm assuming exists?
Sure.
I want to go. I want to try to catch it.
Hope will go as well.
Okay, so Gawain goes back down to about where the first one that folks set off is, and you wait with your hand out with your missile snaring glove on, and Sky goes down.
Sky cuts the wire.
Cuts the wire.
Hold on
Nice.
a second. Hold on a
Cuts the
second.
wire.
This might be stupid. Hold on. I'm reading the thing, and it. Do they have a damage modifier to them if they hit you?
It would probably be like a D4 of damage, and then you'd have
Okay.
to do a
'Cause-
Constitution saving throw against the sleep poison.
Well, I have to do a reduce the damage by 1d10 plus my dexterity modifier. If I get it down to 0 or below, I just catch it.
Okay, so let me roll the D4. Okay, you gotta get it at least 3. I'm sure you
Alright.
can do that.
I have plus 2, so I just have to get a 1. I'm good at that tonight, so let me find my d10.
Jesus Christ.
Hey,
That's a
you know what?
d12.
I hope you get a 1, because you said you were never going to use your D10 today.
Did I?
You'll still succeed if you roll a 1, but still.
Yeah. Which one is the d10?
The D10 is the diamondy one.
The little UFO-looking thing.
What's the? Oh, it's at the
We are
percentile
all
one.
diamond.
Like the percentile one.
Oh, I didn't realize they were the same. I thought they just could be used as the same. I didn't know they were actually the same. Okay.
The ones is
stupid.
your proper
Okay.
D10. The percentile is the one that has the 10, the 50, and that.
Gotcha. Okay. This is my 10. All right. I got 2 plus 2, so 4.
Yep, you catch it.
Yeah. I'm cool. I'm really
Awesome.
cool.
It's a fairly small needle too. It's only about maybe 3 inch.
Sunglasses come down on Gawain's face.
I mean, really, that's
From
really
nowhere.
impressive if you think about him catching
It
a
is really
dart
impressive because
in
this
the
thing is only
dark.
2, maybe 3 inches long and it's really thin. So it's the fact that you could see it well enough as fast as it was moving to snatch it is actually really impressive.
This, kids, is why I'm still alive today. Take
Like
that
I
lesson.
said, sunglasses just fall onto Glenn's face.
From the void.
Suddenly there's 40 blunts in his mouth.
An explosion goes off. The Who's won't get fooled again. Playing in the background.
The guards all hear the explosion and then we die.
Or we would if the explosion hadn't fucking killed them.
Anyway, I'm taking the dart.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
you
can
now
it. I don't want
have you now have 4 sleep darts.
It's gonna be pretty fucking useful.
They have to make a con save of 12 or better when you throw them at them. Otherwise, they fall asleep.
Got it.
Can't wait for you to use that against a party member.
Sky is just staying up, reading their books into the late morning and muttering to themselves. And folks is just like, "Shut up!" Throws it at them.
Like, wow, what a
They
what
feel
a
a
good
small pinprick,
No,
What
because
a-
and then it's morning, 2 days later.
the thing is, we found these. I don't want to waste that on a party member. I can use the sleep bombs that I made.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Why would I use the thing I found when I have like
Why would I
made
waste the
shit
thing
like this?
from the house of the bad guy when I can just use sleep bombs and do an area of effect that
And
might
make-
catch me too if I use them in
and
our
make
room?
everyone pass out.
I mean, to be fair, it's happening in the middle of the night,
It's-
so that's kind of the intended effect.
It's a
Exactly.
foolproof plan. There's no way this could ever go wrong.
Like, how do you know that when he's sleeping
Don't
alone?
fucking say that. We're not out of the house yet.
Anyway, like, how do you know that Folks just doesn't like huff some of his own gas or some of their own gas when to try to get some sleep sometimes?
Don't do drugs, kids.
Thank you, Jesus.
If you're gonna do drugs, do all of them
Folks,
at once.
Folks is inhaling that cyanide gas. So they're inhaling.
Jesus Christ. No, he uses it like frickin' aromatherapy.
No, no.
Just sprinkles
Folks is
a
building up an immunity.
There you go.
sprinkles a little bit on their pillow and then falls asleep on it.
Oh, this is good. This is good stuff, guys. Anyway,
Christ.
we're in a house where we could get killed at any moment. So let's maybe like move along now, shall we?
Okay. You make it to
Yeah, we do that.
So you make it to the top of the stairs. It is basically just a long singular hallway. You can see the windows on either side that are also open. That 45 to 50 degree angle. On the wall in front of you, there are 4 doors. And then on the other sides, where it's not open, 2 below. Christ,
Thank you.
Strider.
That's what I was referencing.
There are, and then there are 2 rooms on the other side of the hallway on either side of the opening between the 2 floors, where the entrance is.
Kind of want to inspect for more traps because I'm paranoid now.
Yeah, same.
Oh, it's fine.
No, it's not fine.
Look,
I'm rolling.
fine.
20.
Nice.
Any more traps in the hallway?
There are no more traps in the hallway itself. There are 2 doors that appear to be trapped.
In what way are they trapped?
Um,
Tripwire, pressure plate,
it appears.
alarm.
It looks like there is something with the lock that, if it is picked improperly, would cause something to occur.
Okay.
Folks, are you any particularly good at lock picking?
And there are 2 doors like this. One on the wall of doors, and then one in the room to the right of the stairwells.
If anyone had thieves' tools, I would assume folks had them. No.
Yeah, Sky doesn't. I mean, if we want to be stupid,
We could just bust the door down and it won't trigger any kind of locking mechanism.
Yeah, I do have the robe of stars,
Oh my god.
which would just blow up the door.
And
Okay.
attract the entire island.
Save that. So, what I'm going to do is... You said if the lock was picked, it can set off the trap?
Basically, if you do not open the door with the key and open it within a certain time period once you start messing with it, it sets something off.
What if I destroyed the lock?
So it's just like tamper
Like-
detection.
Basically, because the mentality behind it is that whoever is trying to come into the house is attempting to make it look like nothing happened, which isn't y'all's MO.
Oh.
So, yeah, if you want to, like, bash at it with a rock, I guess?
I've got the quarterstaff.
Or-
if someone wants to use
Stop.
Or an idea.
Hang on. I
Um,
have vials of acid.
Okay.
that. Shit, yeah, let's just do that.
I'm gonna melt. I'm gonna
I
start.
had a completely different suggestion of something else entirely.
What were you gonna suggest?
You said there was 4 doors, right?
There's 4
Two
doors
doors.
along the... There's 2 trap doors.
Yeah.
There are 6 doors on the floor.
Okay. What I was gonna say is look at the untrapped doors and see if they have a window and just like hop to the other window and go
Oh.
in that way.
That's...
That seems like we would get spotted.
That also seems more dangerous since, like, one of us is going to fall off and it's probably going
Well-
to be Sky.
If we have a way of like
To be fair, if we fall, I do have feather fall.
but if we have a way of getting the door open without triggering the trap, then I am cool with doing that idea instead.
Acid would work.
Yes. Yeah, it seems like the acid is our best bet.
Just melt the lock. Like, whatever.
Just do drugs, kid.
Just do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Chemicals are fun.
Chemicals are fun.
Alright. How many acid vials would it take to unlock a door?
How strong is the acid, I guess?
You do 2d6 each.
2d6 each?
I think.
Then roll a 2d6 and we'll see. The 2d6 for the first door.
I think. Let me look that up. Okay.
Because
Okay.
we'll say the
6
6?
total.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say, we'll say that the doorknobs have like 5 HP each or something. So you managed to unlock the door. Now, which door are you going to? Are you going to this door that's standalone or the door that's part of the row of doors?
Standalone first.
Okay.
Yeah, that seems like the better bet.
That sounds more sus.
Okay. So you open the door and you see a finely decorated bedroom. There is a large 4-poster bed that's probably like a California king. There's plush carpeting, rugs on the floor. There is a chest of drawers on the far side across the room from the bed. There's the window. 2 windows. There's the 2 windows on the far wall from you. And there is 2 nightstands with oil lamps on them on either side.
Okay. And
Are we on the back side of the house or the front side of the house?
Y'all are on the front side of the house.
alright.
Front side of the
So
Mhm.
I'm assuming the bed has like fancy blanket and fancy pillows. Right?
Yes, there's the silk sheets, and then there's a well knitted blanket that's not thrown over the entire bed, mostly because, warm, late spring, early summer day, night and again, you don't really want the quilted blanket, so it's sort of folded up at the base of the bed.
Alright, well I'm gonna fold them up even further and take those. And the pillows.
Okay. So
Yeah, Sky's gonna look. Did we already look through the drawers? I'm sorry, I zoned for a sec.
No, you've literally just gotten in there, and he's
Okay.
taking.
This guy's gonna do that.
So, folks now has a well knitted quilt. You have 5 very fluffy pillows. They might be down. Are you taking the sheets as well?
Yeah.
You now
Okay,
have
why
a
not?
California King set of very nice silk sheets in a sort of burgundy color. And the pillows are also covered with, pillowcases that match.
Interesting that they know of the word California.
Well, I
We've
know.
been to the Hotel California.
Well, I guess in this world, it would be the Isole King, I guess, because Isole is vaguely tropical. But
Alright. So, what's in the drawers?
you
Is
open
it
the
some
drawers.
drawers?
The top drawer is the small clothes and the socks and the such like that. You shuffle through, and actually, you know what? Make a perception check for me. Or
Okay.
investigation? I guess this would be investigation since you're actively looking for something.
Investigation.
Investigation.
Yeah, that's intelligence at least.
Oh. 11. Yay.
Alright, let me try investigating these drawers.
Alright.
Okay, let's see.
Show me that
My
nat 20.
investigation. I got a 10, so not much better.
I got an 8.
If there's anything to smell, though, Guinevere's got you.
Guinevere does not want anywhere near the small closed door.
But they should be clean if they're in the drawer.
But how clean?
I don't like it.
He is a gross mafia man.
I don't like it. Not at all.
You don't find too much of interest. What you do find underneath all of the small clothes is a novel of erotic intent.
Oh, he's got a Kama Sutra in his drawers.
No, Kama Sutra is not a novel. This is
This guy's gonna flick through it real quick.
No, you are too young for this.
I'm listening down at
Too
the phone.
From
Too
what-
late.
From what you can glean, it is a forbidden love story between a human man and a drow. They call her a queen, but it's not. In drow cultures, there's not really queens of each city. It's just Lolth.
Matriarch, maybe?
But is a drow matriarch. And
sugar
it's
mama.
it's very kinky. It's very kinky, and it is not the
This guy
human.
just shakes their head and says, "This is so heteronormative."
Actually, it is not the man who is the instigator of the kinky.
So heteronormative.
A little bit,
Yeah, it still is.
Yeah.
little bit, but
I feel like
But
that's
yeah,
even more so, actually.
We start the fire with this.
you found his spank material.
Nice.
It's Spank Bank.
And it is
Burns first.
it is a well-worn novel too.
Oh, of course it is.
There's no stains or anything, but
It's been opened.
None visible.
the binding is starting to fall apart.
I feel like we should take this and leave it somewhere obvious. Or just anybody's gonna find it.
No, we're burning this.
Sure.
I mean, alright. If you want to just remove it, I think embarrassing him would be funny, but whatever.
You should probably use that and see if you can learn anything about Drow so that you can get a little friendlier with Pelenovin.
Oh. Yeah, because whoever wrote this sure knows how to seduce drow women.
You know, you have a point. Alright, we burn it.
And like this, and yeah, the
This was
female
written by a
lead is
horny man.
very different from Pelenovin.
Horny human man, I'm sure.
Actually, the name on the book is a halfling name.
A horny halfling man.
It is a
Elroy,
male
what are
name,
you
though.
doing here?
Fucking men.
So that's the first drawer. There are 2 drawers underneath it. Do you want? Go ahead and roll investigative checks for the next 2.
Can I just roll for the next 2? Because I just want to shuffle through
2
everything.
together? Yeah, go ahead.
19.
Keep getting
19?
the same numbers, but at least it's a 10 this time. I can accept any 10s.
21.
Alright, so
19, 21.
that first drawer I got a 14. The second drawer,
Okay.
a not natural 1.
Oh.
What did you
What
do?
was it? A 2
So
minus 1?
Sky's found everything.
Sky has found
A 10 again. What is happening? What is happening?
You're just very average.
Folk
know.
has bad intelligence and no investigation skills.
Oh my god, is this what it's like to be a useful member of the team?
You've always been a useful member of the team, Cloak of Stars.
Dwayne is a completely average intelligence, so it's no shocking he can't find shit.
There are you don't find any more books. There's no folders or anything. Underneath in his pants drawer, you do find an old childhood blanket, though.
Okay, is it silk, though?
That we burned.
No, it is not. It is actually of.
Does it look well made? Does it look patchy?
It looks handmade. It is a patchwork quilt, kind of small in a square. Looks like it was put together from various different just whatever squares of cloth that they could find. It does look well loved, like he's had it since he was very small and has kept around. It is obvious. It is of more sentimental value than monetary value.
This is what we
Would
burned.
it be a really mean idea?
Burning it.
No. Better. Maybe better.
Wrap it around the porn book.
I was gonna say write the message that we're trying to leave and just put it on the bed.
I still feel like you're forgetting that we have a different way of sending that message that involves no writing whatsoever. But
I
like both.
We could do
I like
both.
both.
Why can't
Let
we
me
do
have
both?
this.
fine.
Did you bring a pen, Sky?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, so are you going to go ahead and write the old gods are good, dead, long live the new gods on the blanket?
Yep.
All right. Considering you have signed official documents, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check to see if you can make it look distinctly not like your own handwriting.
Forgery. Forgery. Forgery.
Wait. Hold on.
On that note, I think I should probably write the message, actually.
What is my sleight of hand? I got a +2, so
I have +5.
yeah, you do that.
No, I've done that already. I had an idea, but it didn't work as well as I was hoping it might.
That's fine.
Sleight of hand is... okay. 19.
Oh, yeah. It looks distinctly not like your own handwriting. It kind of looks like chicken scratch, because you are writing on fabric that's not really meant with an item that's not really meant to write on fabric, but that's kind of the point. As long as it does not look like yours, and it doesn't. So,
Nice.
yeah.
Alright. Is that it? Are there any, like, valuable clothes in there? Like...
There's
Yeah, is there anything else
Wardrobe or
interesting in
anything?
this room?
there's nothing really interesting in the chest of drawers. It looks like it was really just, the nasty novel and his childhood blanket. There's, silk shirts, sort of, lots of them billowy and vaguely, what is his name? Not Casanova. The more modern guy. Shit. Whatever. The fancy sort of open chest, I'm here to seduce you sort of shirts. Others are the more.
those. What a sleaze bag.
I don't remember the name of the guy.
I don't know who the hell you're trying to talk about.
Yeah, I have no clue.
Me either.
It was a thing in the 90s. It was like vaguely
A Fabian?
like a parody of a romance novel sort of thing, but in human form. Long hair.
You're thinking
Fabio!
Is it Fabian?
Fabio! There we go!
I just said that.
Sorry.
Jesus.
Listen to Jay more.
I mean, I've been
Yeah.
saying that for
Jay
a
knows what the fuck
long
they're talking about.
time. I've been saying it for a long time.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
It's okay.
Over my
I'm not.
own
I'm
mumbling.
not. I'm not really upset. I'm just teasing.
Okay.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
You know, so the white
We're
open...
trying to do a podcast here.
So you do a podcast.
Christ. So yeah, there's the shirts, there's the pants, there's the small clothes. The shirts are well made. They wouldn't fit any of you. And neither would the
They
pants.
don't need to necessarily.
Fair enough.
Yeah, isn't he like a
He's a
dwarven
dwarf.
man?
He is a dwarf, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely would
there's...
not fit me. No.
No. You might be able to get the shirts to fit Guinevere.
Putting that gross shit on her.
I mean, Folks might be small enough, because remember, Folks is not ridiculously tall.
Aren't they like 5 foot something?
Yeah.
5 foot something sounds already way taller than a dwarf.
I think
Dwarves are
dwarves are up.
wide.
Dwarves are wide.
So you're gonna
But
be
they're-
wearing a midriff top's what you're telling me.
Maybe.
Um,
I mean, regardless, I'm still taking these because they're silk and they sell.
Oh yeah, no, we're taking
oh yeah. Now you
Yeah,
saw
we're
that.
hawking it.
Dwarves are
Dwarves cap out at, or start off at like 4 feet, I think.
Dwarves stand between 4 and 5 feet tall and average about 150 pounds.
Okay.
I am only slightly taller than a dwarf.
Aww.
I'm
I guess
five.
I know what your new nickname is.
Don't you dare.
Yeah,
Halfling.
that's fair.
What?
Halfling.
Actually, I think halflings are smaller than dwarves.
Halflings are way smaller, actually. They like start at 3 feet or something.
One sec. I'm a looking.
This
Jesus
is great.
Christ. Here it is.
This is
Average about-
podcast content.
Yeah, no. They average about 3 feet tall and weigh around 40 pounds. I am taller than a halfling.
But are you smarter than a 5th grader?
No,
Jesus Christ.
I am not.
I vaguely hope so, but not smart enough to get a college degree that's actually going to help me.
That
20.
just makes you a millennial.
I'm out of water.
Mood.
Shit. Okay. So yeah, there's nothing else in the drawers, but if you want to do just a general investigation check around the room, you can see if there's anything else that you might find.
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Oh my god, something semi-decent finally. I got
13.
9.
13, yeah.
Sky does not notice this, but
Yeah.
as Folks and Gawain sort of move around the bed, Folks sort of leans over and peers under and sees a small, thin package taped to the bottom of the bed frame.
Peter!
It's a dildo.
I open it.
It is paper, written in a language that you do not recognize. It is.
Can we all take a look at it to make sure?
So I know like 10 languages.
Sure.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know
Christ.
Common and Celestial. I'm
Okay.
assuming it's not.
I know Dwarven, so this, if it's his thing.
Let me see what all languages I know. It's a lot.
It is not Dwarven. So there's that.
I know Draconic and Infernal. And also
what?
Thrycreen, just in case.
Sorry, Queen. Do.
Can speak monster. We're pretty covered here with languages, guys, I must say.
So it's, Celestial, Common, Dwarvish, and what else was it?
Oh wait, shit. Hold on. Let me check something. You keep going.
I also know Draconic and Infernal.
Okay. It is Dwarvish in script, but it is not Dwarvish language.
Okay. Can I just? I'm gonna cast comprehend languages.
Okay.
And what does it say?
Well,
One
as
spell slot.
okay, as you are looking, you recognize that it is Gnomish, which is uses Dwarven script, but it is not Dwarven.
Okay.
And it looks like a correspondence between Hillbender and someone else who does not leave their name, but refers to themselves as your loyal seafarer.
Can Sky write down a copy of it on a piece of parchment that they have?
In common?
Yes, in common. A translated version.
Sure.
Cool.
It appears to be correspondence on the various different things that have been taken from the harbor at Okiai to not other countries on the continent of Itone, but to other continents across the sea, including, and not just from Okiai, but from other countries. Specifically, Isole gets a lot of traffic, and also Kind Garden. There is descriptions of moonshine-esque illegal alcohols, various illicit substances, sort of drugs and other things. From Isole, there is mention of something called black powder that they have sent over. And there is one mention of the transport of people, but not.
Bitch.
But the port of origin from there is Strana, which is all the way on the other side of the continent. So even if they did traffic in humans, you cannot prove that they trafficked you. At least not from these correspondences.
At least not from this piece of paper.
Not from these letters and such, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Folks has suspicions because of the fact that they mentioned gunpowder, and that was in one of the barrels that we saw.
Mm-hmm.
Was there gunpowder in one of the barrels?
Yep.
I've slept since then.
Yeah, it's only been, what, a couple months?
We started in May.
Yeah.
About 2 months.
You're allowed to forget. It's okay.
It's
I
fine.
knew
It was just great timing, and it was you. You made
all
this shit.
I remember the wine and stuff. But in the barrel that Sky picked up, but I didn't remember what was in the crates.
Amazing. Wow, that bastard.
Well,
This motherfucker kidnapped us.
He did own the pirates that are dead now. You all laughed at
Fucking
me.
called it.
You all laughed at me.
Did not.
Did too.
I didn't laugh in your
People
face.
fucking said it.
Laughed at me.
Oh my god.
Look, let's just focus on the important thing. We have someone new to kill now.
This is fine. Yeah.
Yeah. This guy's going to take a look outside of the window.
Okay.
just see what the guard situation is like.
They are back patrolling as they would normally. One is
Can I get
currently.
an idea of their route?
It looks like they just do a basic perimeter and try to stay exactly apart from each other. They move at a steady walking pace, and it takes them about 20-ish minutes to make it from not a, well, it's not a steady walking pace. They sort of do a leisurely walking pace, I guess is a better term, with the dog to sort of like let it sniff. So it takes them about 20 minutes to make it from one corner of the front to the other, and it takes them about half that time to do the shorter ends where the breezeway windows are.
Okay.
And they are not currently paying attention to the house.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah,
assume
we
so.
don't really have much reason to yet.
Yet.
We didn't start the fire.
We totally didn't
Not
know.
yet.
Well, do we want to try to break into that other room?
Yes.
Of course.
Okay.
I'm into it. Let's go.
Okay. So you make your way to the other locked door. Go ahead and do your
Acid.
2d6
acid
roll.
2d6 roll. Yeah. Your acid thing again.
Oh god.
See if it takes more than one vial. Probably not.
I have to. It fell really far. That's an 8.
Oh yeah, it melts. This acid seems to be a little bit more potent than the other one and melts through faster than the other one did.
And we open.
You step into an office. It's mostly bare. There are a couple of bookshelves on either side. It has a singular window to the far end. There is a large wooden desk in the middle. It has 2 armchairs facing it from your end, and then a singular, much nicer armchair actually at the desk. And then on either side of the window, there is a chest. There's a chest on one side and a chest on the other.
Alright. I'm gonna look immediately in the left side chest.
I'm
Okay.
gonna take a look at the bookshelf.
Okay.
I'll go for
make-
the right chest.
Okay.
Everyone make investigation, I'm assuming.
Yeah. Sky, you go first.
Ooh, I finally rolled something nice with this dice.
13.
I got a 16.
13?
Yes.
You see it is mostly history books. There's atlases. There are manuals about seafaring vessels. There are a couple of historical fiction novels. There's a couple of economic primers. A few books on trade and such. There's one that's like basically the fantasy version of Art of the Deal by Donald Trump, with a smug looking human male who seems way too tan for his own damn good.
I'm killing this man.
Take that
Killing
one.
this
That's a
man with
burnable.
my bare
Like-
hands.
That's
like-
a burnable.
Yeah, I
And
was
it's-
gonna say 2 things. One, are the historical fiction ones interesting at all? And 2, we're taking that one and burning it along with the porn.
One is a novel about the first royal family of Engan and the sort of scandals they got up to setting up their kingdom. Basically like the HBO's Tudors, but for the first royal family of Engan. Another one is more about it is A political drama about a couple of the nomadic tribes that make up Deze, where you originally came from.
Yeah, Sky's taking that one.
That one. And there's another one that is a historical romance about, those Scotsman romance novels that you see in the paperback section a lot? It's basically that, but for Tuathan up north.
This guy starts to thumb through it and then just drops it and recoils.
But it is about two dwarven men and not a man and a woman. But they are from different clans and wear, the different tartans. So that's
just like, this is a little better, but it's still not really my thing.
And that's where the scandal
Either of you
for
want this?
movies comes from.
I bet you if it was two dwarven women, you'd be into it.
Okay.
Why you gotta attack him like that?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's basically what you find.
Yeah, Sky just takes the one about Deze.
Okay.
I'm only interested if there's any
Does that have a name?
cool story
It
books
is.
over there.
It is called The Shifting Golden Sands.
The Shifting Golden Sand.
Sands, plural.
Sands.
Yeah. And it is by, the name is Jerath, and it is if you flip to the back, you see a small sketch of a older dragonborn
Okay,
gentleman.
can you put the person's name down for me?
I said Jerath, didn't I?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
That's what I assumed, but I wanted to make sure.
No, that's fine. So yeah.
Okay.
And as Gawain, I keep wanting to just say your name, Jay.
Yeah.
As Gawain makes
Jay's self-insert, it's fine.
I'm the one character with 2 syllables. I know. I'm the bitch ass. That makes it difficult.
It's fine.
Punk ass bitch.
Hey, I got 3 syllables if anyone ever spoke my last name.
Yeah, but it's just easier to say folks, like Cher or Madonna.
You cut out there for a sec, so I just thought you said fuck.
No, it's just easier to say folks. It's got a punch to it, like Cher or Madonna. I guess, if Madonna has a punch to it anymore. Anyway, as
Yeah,
Gawain...
it's always been really easy to say fuck.
It is.
Oh my god. As Gawain makes his way over to the chest on the right side, you notice it shift.
What?
And as you touch it, you see teeth emerge.
Oh no.
God fucking damn it.
So you see the teeth peek out from the seam between the top and the bottom. And I need all of you to roll initiative. I gotta roll initiative.
Time to
For
figure
this.
out animal companion combat in the moment.
Shit, where is it? I have it marked. I keep missing it. Jesus Christ. There we go.
120
like-
plus 3.
Because I remember we edited it because it was the original system's really stupid.
Yeah.
Is plus dex, correct?
Plus X,
Yes.
Plus the dex.
Yeah. Ooh, I got a 19 plus 2, so
I got
21.
a 16.
21.
I got a 4.
All right.
Okay. So, okay. Who got the most?
21 was me. And I don't roll for Gwynny.
Then
She's
roll.
she
I
is my
believe
turn.
it's, yeah, Gawain, Folks, Sky, Mimic.
As it always is.
And now I have to figure this out
I get-
immediately.
I get a shitty initiative roll every single time.
Let's see.
That's good for
companion.
players.
Shit for me,
Yeah, it's
though.
real good for us.
Well,
Do we want me telling her what to do to take a turn for me? Or just have it be a bonus action?
fuck it, bonus action. I don't
Okay.
care, whatever's easiest.
Alright.
I mean, again, my whole suggestion on that whole thing was that you take an action to tell her what to do, but if you don't, she just does what she does on her own accord. I feel like it makes more sense.
I want to do this, but I don't know if it'll work because I don't know how mimics work.
Mimics are weird.
Can I knock one prone?
No, it is immune to being knocked prone.
I'm glad I asked that because I would have wasted my time doing that then. Okay. What can she do? She can bite and she can claw. So, try to have her bite it then.
Okay. Go ahead and
Alright,
roll an
so-
attack for me.
I get plus 6 to hit. God fucking shitting ass damn it. Why do I keep getting ones on this shitty ass dice? Fuck my life. She ain't even in the zip code, apparently, to hit this thing.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 1.
Oh, yeah, no.
I'm not even in the zip code.
No.
Alright.
Unfortunately, that does not hit. She gets a little enthusiastic and ends up going a bit wide and bonks
Alright.
her head on the
Yeah.
wall.
Bless her. Alright, it's no roll from me. Hopefully this won't be... Okay, I got a 12, then I get 6, because I'm going to back up to not be, get back far enough I can shoot an arrow.
Do you want to get, like, in the doorway?
Just kind of like, just out of the 5 feet range.
Okay. Yeah, you hit it.
Alright.
Go ahead and roll damage for me.
1d8 plus 2. Wait, that's a different thing. D8. I forgot what the fuck that is. Oh god. I think it's this friend.
It's the
It's the
plum
diamond.
bob looking bullshit.
Yeah. Alright, 7 plus 2, so 9.
9. Alright. Time to get calculator out, aka my phone. I promise I won't be playing food fantasy, even though I kind of want to.
Let's see. I guess I should have. I don't know how to use an animal. Maybe next time I'll use a spell.
And you said 9?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Alright. Is that your turn?
Yeah. That's all I'm
Alright.
gonna do.
Folks' turn.
I'm gonna step back, far enough that it doesn't hit me.
Okay.
I'm going to pull out a shuriken and a pepper bomb.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw the pepper bomb first.
Okay. Remind me what that shit does.
It's the one that blinds it.
Okay.
That is 13.
13. Yeah, that hits.
All right.
So it is now blinded, which means it has disadvantage on all of its attacks.
Nice.
But y'all don't have advantage on hitting it, right?
Yeah, we do.
Do you? Okay.
If it's blind, yeah.
Alright.
And it is blind for 1 round.
Cool.
So
on your next turn, it is no longer blind.
yeah.
Cool.
So-
Alright.
Okay.
And then-
Go.
And then my shuriken, which is a fancy dart. 16.
Yeah, that hits.
And I fling it for 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. It is not pleased. It's not terribly hurt, but its long, stupid tongue is lashing about, both confused from the blindness and pissed off because you're hurting it. It's like, what's this prey that fights back? What? Alright. Is that the end of your turn?
That is the end of my turn, yes.
Okay. Sky.
Okay. I'm going to use a spell slot and cast Inflict Wounds on it.
Is that do you have to touch it?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
It is a spell attack. It is a melee spell attack roll.
Okay.
So let me pull that back up. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Actually. I'm gonna cast that at a 2nd level spell slot, I
Okay.
think. Do I get advantage on this? I can't remember.
Yes, because it's blinded.
That's correct. 14 plus 5. So, 19 to hit.
Okay. So that hits.
You can roll it
you-
and see if your advantage gives you a crit.
No, that is.
No,
There-
I did. I rolled the 2d20.
So you
Oh.
Yeah.
rolled a 1 and also a 14.
Yeah. So, that's a 19, which now I get to roll damage.
Mhm.
Make sure I'm doing this correctly. Yeah, okay. 19 damage.
Alright.
And I am also going to go ahead and give Bardic Inspiration, because that is a bonus action.
Okay.
I am going to give that to Gawain.
Okay.
Yay.
As
What
you
does that
lay your
do?
hand.
It means that for the next 10 minutes, hold on. Once within the next 10 minutes, the creature can roll the die and add the number rolled to one ability check, attack roll, or saving throw it makes. You can basically add a d6 to any roll.
Just once.
Yes,
Okay.
once.
All right.
Okay. Okay. Sky, as
Yes.
you make to pull your hand away after the spell, you find
Take an
you
attack
can-
of opportunity.
No, you find you
Oh.
cannot. The
Oh, that's
mimic
fun.
excretes an adhesive sort of mucusy thing, and you are currently considered huge or small creature.
Grappled.
Yes, Yes, you are currently grappled. I had to see if they need to make the DC now or later.
Okay, I don't know how this works, so
Okay. Basically, what it is that you cannot move from the position you are currently in. You are stuck to it. And all of its attacks have advantage against you, but since it has disadvantage, it's basically just the
it's just a regular attack.
regular attack roll.
Okay.
And
Do I have advantage against it now?
you had advantage against it. Ability checks made to escape this grapple have disadvantage.
Okay.
And I believe it's at the end of every turn you can do your check to see if you disengage
So I
from
should do that now, I guess?
it.
Or...
I guess.
Okay. What's the strength check?
Is that a strength check, Strider? I don't have that here.
Grapple can be escaped with strength or dexterity, athletics or acrobatics.
Right.
Okay, then let's go with Dex. 18.
But you have
Disadvantage.
That's right, disadvantage.
disadvantage.
8.
No, you do not escape. So you are stuck to it for the time being.
Okay, that's all
Alright.
I can do. So,
Okay. Then it is now the Mimic's turn, so it's going to go ahead and attack the creature that is currently attached to it, which is you, Kim.
yeah. That's fine.
So...
I apologize in advance for not warning you that mimics are sticky.
Pretty much all of my attacks are like, get up and touch the thing, so...
That almost fell off the thing.
I mean, I guess I have chill touch, but...
That sounds like it
Doesn't-
would
just
also
doesn't-
include touch.
8 plus...
Sorry, not chill touch. It was... What the fuck was it?
8
Hold
plus
on.
5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 to hit?
Ray of Sickness. Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So that is 1d8 plus 3. So you take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm actually I'm not immediately dying now.
Amazing.
Isn't it wonderful?
It is.
So it's it lashes out with its nasty purple tongue and smacks you in the side, and it sort of like knocks a little bit of the wind out of you. And it leaves this sort of slimy stain from its saliva on your coat.
No, we're not having this tentacle nonsense happen.
It's not a tentacle; it's a tongue. But you are gonna have
That's so
to get
much
that.
better.
Way worse.
I've read enough erotica to know where this is going.
We just did like 5 minutes ago.
I know.
Specifically, the attack is called a pseudopod. I assume that's its tongue. I don't even know.
Pseudopod
But you are gonna
sounds
have to
more
get
like
that
a-
dry cleaned, probably.
Sounds more like a leg.
Eh,
It's something.
it's not moving. It's a chest right now, so. Blah, 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 blah. So now it is Gawain's turn again.
Alright, I have a question.
Yes.
If
What is
you
your question?
if you help someone that's at disadvantage, can it just make it like regular, or is it still at a disadvantage?
It cancels out.
It cancels out. So yeah, normally if you were helping someone, it would give them advantage, but since they're at disadvantage, it would just neutral it
Okay.
out.
Well, I don't want Guinevere touching this thing anymore, so I want to have her help Kim or Sky on their turn.
Okay. To help pull her off?
Yeah,
Pull her off the thingamajigger?
yeah, and then I'm gonna
Alright.
shoot it again.
That would be a held action, I guess, for when it's
Yeah,
Sky's turn.
that sounds right.
Okay. Ow. I poked myself in the chin with the corner of my
And I
fucking
gotta roll to hit this thing.
Yep.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, that is an 8.
That does not hit.
Okay.
So is that the end of your turn? You gonna try and do anything else? Move,
No,
or-
that's all I'll do.
Alright. Folks.
I'm gonna pull out another pepper bomb and just another pepper bomb.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to hit it. Blind it for another 1d4 rounds. That is 15.
Wait a second, I just remembered.
What?
Don't I have advantage on attacks against it since
Yes.
it's blinded still?
Yes. No.
I mean-
Yes. On your turn, it was still blinded. So go ahead and roll again.
Can I roll again, see if I can actually hit
Yeah.
it? Sorry.
Since we
Sorry to
messed up
interrupt, I just remembered.
You hit
It's
anyway.
alright.
You hit anyway, Strider.
I did worse, so never mind.
Okay.
It is
Doesn't
blinded
even matter.
for 2 rounds. We're slowly making progress. It is blinded for 2 rounds.
2 more rounds. Okay.
And I will use my bonus action to move up and punch it.
Okay.
I'm gonna do kind of like the martial arts, like when they're trying to break the blocks.
Okay.
Forearm smash into it.
Wow.
I
Yeah,
used to
breaking the
do
board.
that. I used to do that, by the way, in Taekwondo.
Yeah, so did I.
I never did the
You-
forearm smash thing, but
I'm gonna have a talk with both of you later.
what? I'm a black belt.
I'm gonna have a talk with both of you later.
I haven't done it since middle school.
The 18,
Hey, same.
the 18 plus 5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that hits.
Oh God, yeah.
And
Savage.
there's a grand total of 8 or 7. 7 damage.
7 damage.
Yep.
Okay. You are also now currently stuck to it, though.
Right where I want to be.
Okay, if you say so.
So
Alright.
my turn?
Yes, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Inflict Wounds again. Again, using a 2nd level spell slot. Do I really have to, like, roll for this? I'm touching it.
You know what? For the sake of it, let's say no. Just go
Okay.
ahead. I mean, you are kind of stuck to it.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
Guinevere is helping somehow.
That's 27 damage.
That thing is dead.
Alright.
You are still technically stuck to it, though.
Okay, so I'll roll plus Dex, I think.
Yeah. And since Guinevere
And
is
it's just a
helping,
straight roll.
it's just the straight roll.
11.
You were still stuck to it.
It's fine, you can drag it with you since it can't, like, guard against that.
I mean, it can't really do anything. You're just dragging along.
Alright, fuck it. Let's do a strength roll.
Okay.
So can we, like, all just help pull them off of it?
Okay, you get it that time. The DC was 13.
Hmm.
It's always the fucking strength roll.
I don't understand. Is Sky secretly swole or
Yes.
something?
Yes, apparently. This is
Guy
a
doesn't-
secret even to me.
Dear God.
A secret to the game itself, really.
It's a secret to everybody. Okay.
Strider, do you want to go ahead and roll the DC to get out of this as well?
Oh, right. I could do acrobatics for that.
Sure. Whatever.
15 plus 5, I'm good.
Yeah, no. It comes off. And as soon as you take your hands off of the... manage to get your hands off of the mimic, it changes into just kind of this blob of goo that just sort of sinks and spreads out. It kind of like... Have you seen those pictures of the little rubber ducky on the dashboard
Yes.
Yes.
that melt
Is
like
it-
that?
Is it like dissolving anything? Is it just kind of sitting there?
It's just kind of sitting there. It's not acid or anything.
Yummy.
It's
Okay.
just kind of like gross, melty jello.
So this guy had a mimic chest, which means the other one might be real.
I'm gonna let you open it.
It is locked.
See, that's kind of a bigger sign.
Let's
Acid.
smash it. Well, it might be trapped. In a different way.
I'm gonna throw
I
acid
do
on the
think
lock.
the acid is our best idea.
Folks is gonna throw acid on the lock.
Okay. Roll the 2d6 one.
6.
Yeah, that melts it. And as you open, you see several sheafs of paper, all written in Gnomish like the ones before. There is also a ledger book full of that has his legitimate business dealings on the front, and on the back you can kind of, as you flip it, you can kind of catch in the light there's a bit of a shimmer. Appears that something is written in an invisible ink on the other side.
Okay. Is there anything new in the letters, or is it just more continuation of the other stuff?
It's more of the same. From they're
More
different
of the same.
handwritings, so it appears to be from different people, but it is all written in Gnomish as a sort of code.
Okay.
Because there's not a whole lot of Gnomish people in Ingan. Gnomes tend to be more in Isole and Kindgarten, so I guess he's figured that that wouldn't be a language that most people would know around here, so he could get away with it a little bit easier.
Bitch, you thought.
That it? No.
Are there enough for me to translate them again, or?
How long does comprehend languages last?
I believe it lasted for. Let me check.
It lasts a
Comprehend
while.
languages. It's an hour.
Oh yeah, no, you still got plenty of time. You could translate it if you want, but
It seems worthwhile
it's
just to have copies.
right. It's basically more of the same. Talking about different shipments that they had. There are a few letters in common in there that are his legitimate business deals, and most of that has to do with importing and exporting metals and lumber and such like that between the different continents. And
Is there any
countries.
sort of correlation that we can notice between, like, the illegal shipments and the legal shipments? Like, is he using the legal shipments to try and cover his tracks? Or...
It does appear on some of them that that's the case. There is a couple of letters that are dated, that have the shipments dated around the same time for the legal and the illegal things.
Okay.
Most of them appear to be going off to the other continents as opposed to between countries. There is one letter that makes mention of bringing a weird priestly man from Isole to Kindgarten. He had paid fare in order to be ferried between the two continents the one time. The letters don't really explain much in detail. They just say he's a strange fellow, and about once a week along the voyage, because it's a 3-week voyage between Isole and the ports at the north of Kindgarten. About once a week he would do a strange ritual in which he would ring a bell at the front of the boat.
Alright, then. Yeah, this guy's gonna translate as much needs to be translated.
Okay. We'll say you were left with one more, just one slip of parchment.
Okay.
Because there is quite a bit more here than there
Yeah.
was in the bedroom.
I gotcha.
The bedroom seems to have been a fairly new hiding spot. Most of these letters are dated far older than the ones in there.
Okay.
There is still no letters that you've seen that are dated around the time of y'all's kidnapping.
Okay. 2 more questions. Is this one on the front or back of the house, this office?
The office is on the back of the house.
Okay. There was a window in the room?
There is the singular window, yeah.
Okay, Sky's gonna take a look outside.
Okay. You
See if
see.
there's any guards or anything back there.
There does not appear to be a guard within your view.
Sorry, a guard with a what?
There is no guard in your view.
Okay. That was it. Just wanted to make sure.
Okay.
Alright, is there anything on the desk itself?
The desk is clear.
Yeah, does it have any drawers?
There is the clear of papers at the very least. There are a couple of really nice quills laid out. There's a pot of ink.
This guy's gonna take the ink.
There is there's a small, almost like a pencil holder, but it holds various different sticks of wax of different colors. And laid next to it is his crest stamp. But other than that, the desk is clear. There are no drawers on it. It's basically just like a high table.
Alright, I'm gonna take his crest stamp
Okay.
and and the wax.
Okay. You officially have 4 sticks of wax. There is a red one, a blue one, a white one, and a gold one that's got a bit of glitter to it.
Do we see anything that looks like the stamp in any of the letters?
There are no stamps on the letters.
Okay.
And there was no gold in the chest or anything, not even with the mimic.
No. The mimic didn't have anything in it. It was literally just the mimic. And the chests only seemed to be there for the paperwork. You imagine someone like Hillbender would actually have a bank account at the bank, and that's where he keeps his money.
I'd like to open a bank account.
Damn it.
Don't you dare.
Anyway, we have 4 more rooms to actually check, because we just checked the
That's
locked
true.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Go
Okay.
through the next one.
Okay. So are you going, as you come out, are you going to the right or to the left? There are
To the
2 doors on.
left.
Okay. The door immediately to your left is a bathroom. There is a large clawfoot tub. There is.
Any towels or anything?
Yeah, there's a couple towels. They're sort of laying on a table. There's a couple of really nice looking hand carved soaps that have like flowers in them. There's a couple of bottles of oils of various different scents.
This guy's taking the soaps.
Okay.
Also taking the oils.
Okay. So you have 2 bars of soap. One is a sort of milky white color that has small chamomile flowers in it, and the other one is a clear, and it is purple, and it has bits of lavender in it. And then if you smell each of the oils, there is a lavender oil. There is there's a citrusy oil, sort of citrusy smelling oil, and there is a oil that appears to have some sort of vanilla extract in it.
What kind of extract?
Vanilla?
Now, this is a bathroom, right? Does that mean
Yeah,
that there's like toilet paper?
Yeah.
Steal all of it.
All the toilet paper.
The
Jesus.
truest
Okay.
of evil.
You have, there is sort of a 3/4 used roll right by their version of a toilet. And then on a shelf above, there are 5 full rolls of toilet paper.
Would it be like a chamber pot, I think, and for this kind of era?
Sure.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. I'm sort of mixing and matching things as I see fit.
Stealing all of his toilet paper. Your
Okay.
move.
Your move, Hillbender.
Hellbender. Still like that.
Hellbender.
One. Still like that.
Hillbender. He bends the hills.
Alright.
Hillbender, more like hill fucker.
Got him.
Roasted.
Alright.
Alright, that's 1 out of 4. Next room.
Next room is another smaller bedroom. It has a sort of queen-size bed. The sheets are nice, but not quite of the same material as the ones in what you assume to be the master bedroom. There's a vanity where he has sort of laid out an atomizer with that has perfume in it. There's also a shallow bowl where water would be placed so you can wash your face in the morning. And again, there are like 3 pillows on this bed with the same sort of satiny, silky sheets on it. And then there's another quilt at the end of the bed.
Alright, so stealing everything off the bed.
Mm-hmm.
Stealing whatever an atomizer is.
It's like those fancy perfume bottles where it has the long hose and then the puff at the end. where you
Oh, the
would spray
puffy
your-
thingy.
Yeah.
Didn't know that
really
was
I just
called
learned
one.
today it's called an atomizer.
Yeah, I thought it was some kind of scientific thing.
Yeah, no. I learned that from Maven of the Evening Tide. She reviews vampire shit. Kind of
You're a
interesting.
vampire.
I am not.
That's true, you don't suck.
The straw in my mouth says otherwise. Anyway.
I mean, I guess that's fair.
Alright, so I assume you ransack and take everything from this room as well.
Of course.
Yeah, just at this
Yeah,
point.
we take
just
anything
assume.
that looks valuable
We take
and quite a few
anything.
things that don't.
Then you exit and you make your way back down the hall. The other door on the other side of the office is also a bathroom. Same clawfoot tub. There's not any soaps or anything in this one. This one doesn't appear to be used. They do have towels set out in case of guests, but it does not have the same sort of setup that the other one did.
Stealing more
Gotcha.
toilet paper if it's in there.
There is a full roll of toilet paper.
It's mine now, bitches.
Gonna be no one soon.
You're just gonna set it on fire.
Oh, I have
Don't
a
make a big ass fire.
Oh, I just got a great idea.
It'll be great
What?
for grilling our steaks.
We're gonna.
Are
I
you
think
gonna
we should
fucking?
keep it so that we can like TP someone's house later.
I was gonna
not
say, are you
before.
gonna fucking TP his house?
Yes.
Yes.
Alright.
Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, if the opportunity
I
presents
love
itself,
us.
we'll totally TP this house. Because fuck
Go
this
team.
guy. He tried to sell us into slavery. Fuck him.
We're-
Now
Certainly.
you have no proof that he tried to sell you specifically.
We
into
have
slavery.
proof in my heart.
We have suspicions, and that's more than enough.
We've killed for less.
We kinda have.
We just did. We killed because the thing was sticky.
We killed because a thing snarled at us that was supposed to be an object. And it was wrong and against God, and we didn't had to remove it.
Which god?
All of them.
All of them.
Yes.
Nah, I'm sure old Minos is cool with it. He's like, yeah, sure, why not? Moving things that eat you. Cool. Glug.
Also, so I'm pretty sure that we have officially cleaned out this house.
There is one more room.
There is one more room.
Of course
and I
there
believe
is.
we're good.
One.
It is. Yeah, it's one more room. It's another bedroom, made up similarly to the other one. No vanity in this one, though. But still, you know, sheets, pillows, quilt.
All that sort of stuff that we can
There is a small pot of succulents near the window, though.
take them.
He doesn't deserve these cool plants.
Now you have cleared out the house.
Excellent.
Was there nothing in the vanity
so
in
what
the
we
other
can do
room?
now...
The vanity was just the mirror and the table, and it had the atomizer and
Yeah.
the whatever else I said was on there.
Okay, so what we can do is I can cast Featherfall, and we can all jump out a window.
Yeah.
Sure.
Can it support all of us?
I believe so. Let me pull it back up again to make sure.
Because there's like 3 of us plus you.
I'm pretty sure.
Featherfall, D&D 5e. Choose up to 5 falling creatures.
Yeah.
Its descent slows to 60 feet per round until the spell ends. If the creature lands before the spell ends, it takes no falling damage and can land on its feet, and the spell ends for it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. There's 4 of us.
So yeah,
That
I
works.
can get all of us with
Awesome.
Featherfall, and we can jump out a window to make our escape. So I do that.
Okay. Go up to the window and make a perception check for me.
Okay. Perception.
Oh no.
No.
There's Gosmere like a sheer curtainy thing in the way, and you in your excitement you don't think to move it out of the way, so it's a little hard to see down below to see if there's a
No,
guard
we
or
got rid of the
anything there.
curtains.
On the
got rid of all
bottom
the curtains.
floor in the living room. You did. You never said you were doing that at every single other room.
I mean,
I
Fine.
assumed it was implied.
yeah,
Alright,
it's
fine. You
fine.
have to go through all the rooms again and grab all the curtains.
Oh my god, no. I will jump out this window myself.
I mean, yeah, that's the plan.
By myself if y'all start going around collecting curtains.
We'll just go around real quickly, grab them all, and then we will hustle this like immediately.
Okay.
Mm.
You get 1, 2, 3, 4, 4. Are you going downstairs too to get the other ones, or just?
No.
Okay, that makes things easier.
Can't believe all this shit we're
1,
going through
2.
for fucking curtains.
We get 1, 2, 3.
No, these are regular curtains.
Just to prove a goddamn point.
That's what he deserves.
Just to be those people.
You get 8 more curtains.
Awesome. And we have officially cleared out the house. Alright, let's hop out the window and start a fire.
You gonna do another perception check before you hop out to make sure there's
was
not
actu-
a guard there?
Fine. 17.
Okay.
Okay.
One sec. Let me decide if there's actually a guard there or not.
Oh my god.
No. Okay, there's not.
Oh my
You
god.
look at. It was either odds there's one, evens there's not. So, you look out right as you see the guard turn the corner.
Perfect. Alright. Now's our chance to make our escape. You can do that Featherfall thing, and
We go.
We'll be out clean.
We go. I use a spell slot for Featherfall.
Alright. I don't know how many spell slots you have left.
I have 2 first level and 1 second level.
Bitchin'.
Left.
Awesome. Alright. As you land, everyone makes stealth checks again.
It's been over an hour yet since we started.
It's been probably something like 45-ish minutes.
Alright,
Maybe
you all still get
30 to 45 minutes.
you all
So
still get plus 10s.
Plus 10. So for me, that is
Okay, thank god.
that is 6 plus 10, so 16, and then I gotta do Guinevere's too.
Yes, you gotta do Gwynny's.
Come on, Guinevere.
Oh damn.
Oh no.
17 plus 8 is 25, so 35. So she is the knight.
She is not even there. She is gone. She's like, you look around, you can't even see her.
Yeah, she just disappeared into the rooftops using a grapple gun.
Guys, I'm so sorry.
What did you do?
What
I rolled
have you done?
I rolled a 1.
Oh my god.
Jesus
So-
Christ.
16.
You gonna do this to my 35 like this?
It's not your 35, it's going to be your 35. You all averaged
She
well
is a
enough.
part of me.
You all averaged well enough that you're all right. There's a bit of a stumble, and there's a slight scritching of grass, but it is not enough
Folks
to quite...
somehow falls on his face, despite Featherfall making that impossible.
He lands on his feet, and then as they step forward, they trip over their own feet.
Amazing. Maybe it was the change in weight from being like a
Barometric
feather
pressure.
to It's
You
like
threw me
I'm
off
super
balance.
light.
You threw
I'm
me
not
off
used to
balance.
falling slowly.
I'm done.
Which is
Psycho.
hilarious because I have a class feature called Slow Fall.
Meh. Anyway,
It's fine.
so you go ahead and you book it across the yard. And
Okay.
I guess, do you go through the bushes again, or do you decide to go over them?
I think we go through the bushes, because
Okay.
we're gonna start the fire and try and make it more obvious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like a really obvious entrance point.
Okay. Well, if it still passes without a trace, you don't leave a trace behind you anyways, but fire.
We can stir it up.
The fire will leave a trail for us.
That's true.
This is true.
They can find evidence of what started a fire usually, if there's anything left.
Okay, so
You're
we're
gonna get
burning,
these poor
Flash
dogs.
paper.
You're
we're
gonna get
burning
these
the
poor...
porn book. We're burning the Trump book.
The fantasy Trump book.
Are we just gonna burn them in this particular fire?
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna
Might as
use
well.
them to start it.
Okay.
The
Do we
porn
actually
book
have a way to
started the
start a fire?
I have flash paper.
Yeah, he's
Okay,
got
okay,
he's got the
good.
flash paper.
Wanted to make sure. Set the thing, the trap thing, too? The voice thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
We just have to get some distance.
Okay. Then we do that. We
Alright.
set the fire, and we do that.
So you set the 2 books on fire, and you sort of shove them under the bushes, and they slowly start to catch, and the fire creeps up and up and up and up until it reaches the top, and then it starts to spread across fairly quickly, too.
I'll also leave behind a couple of thunderstones, so that when the fire hits them, they'll go off and like create loud attention-grabbing bangs.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I'll hide a good ways away and project my voice with minor illusion, or project a voice, not necessarily mine. And it'll be the guy ringing the bell and saying, "The old gods are dead."
Okay. I don't think there's really a role for that. Okay. And you make your way back to the party, I assume?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, they do. I actually do have to stay behind within a certain distance to do it.
Okay. Well, I assumed they all gathered around you as you were doing that. And then you threw the voice, and now you're making your way back
Yeah.
to the party together.
Yeah, we're not gonna get separated in this kind of a tense situation.
Yeah, no, we're not abandoning folks.
Oh, you're such good friends!
No
You've
monk
known me
left
for like
behind.
5 days.
No monk left behind.
And so,
I've had folks for approximately 5 days, but if anything happened to them, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
Yeah, it's me with Guinevere.
and you've had Guinevere free from less time than you've had folks.
Only like
mean,
one
folks
less
feels the
day.
Folks feels the same way. Guinevere is a delight.
Yeah.
Guinevere's the best. I love Guinevere so much.
Fuck the humanoids
This
in
isn't
my
Sky.
party.
This is Kim. I would die for Guinevere.
Team pet.
Guinevere would not for either of you, because she is a cat.
Yeah, no, we know. We know.
I think she'd at least defend my honor.
No, she would kill for you, but she would not die for you.
No. And I wouldn't want her to. That's not fair.
So you make your way back to the party, and as you are rejoining the festivities, people are starting to notice the smoke billowing up from the trees and smell the fire. And
Sky starts strumming "We Didn't Start the Fire."
as you you make your way through the crowd and you find Kairei, and Kairei staring at the smoke with this look of, oh shit.
How about that pollution, guys? It's
And
really
you,
awful tonight.
Let's get going.
And you hear a deep, gruff voice going, "Is that my house?" And you see a short, stocky dwarven man running with a couple of other men towards the smoke and the fire, as you hear dogs barking in the distance. And Kairei's like, "What did you do?"
So close.
Something very stupid. Let's get going.
So close,
We
but
didn't
not
do it,
today. Not
We didn't do
today.
a damn thing.
We just enjoyed the party.
She inhales, and there's really sharply, and there's this pinched look to her face. She's like, "Okay, we're going," and she grabs her two companions and starts shoving them towards the back towards the docks, and you sort of looking over her shoulder at you, in sort of non-verbally urging you to move
Yeah,
your
no,
asses.
we're going. We're going.
Okay.
Folks grabs a couple like hors d'oeuvres. With
Yeah, I was about to say, whatever fistfuls of like hors d'oeuvres and champagne Gwen can grab, he's running and grabbing and consuming.
Fistful of champagne.
Yes. The glass
and
of
it's a
champagne.
title. Fistful of champagne.
No, just champagne.
No, I like Fistful of Champagne because that implies, like, he literally stuck his hand in a bowl of champagne and tried to grab at the liquid with his hands.
I mean, why not? He's a wild man. He don't know better. It's how we eat in the forest.
Oh, man. Eventually, the Red Dragonborn with you sort of maneuvers you around to make it look like you are escorting the princess away from a tense and potentially dangerous to her safety situation. Instead of
Still
just
strumming.
instead of just running to make yourselves look guilty.
Yeah.
That's probably smart.
He's a smart one. I like him. I haven't developed his personality very much, but I like him.
Good, someone has to be smart.
I appreciate the other.
What's your name,
the
sir?
other lizard.
What's your backstory?
His name is Lancel. That is, one sec, let me type that out for you.
Lancel?
Lancel.
Where did you come from, Lancel?
Where did you go?
Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? Alright, I can actually put that away now. Well, binder goes away.
Nice.
And so, as you are making your way out, you see people staring off at the billowing smoke, sort of gathering around the outsides of their, the outside walls of their estates. You see a couple of people sticking their heads out of windows. There are a couple of the private guards coming through. There's a wagon that is full of sloshing buckets of basically just lagoon water, because that's the easiest thing that they can get.
Yummy.
Going towards the fire to try and attempt to pull it out like a makeshift fire brigade. You do pass by Muriel's house, and you see her standing at the gate. She's got this shawl across her shoulders, and she's in her nightdress and looks like she was about to go to bed. And her maid is standing beside her, gripping her apron and sort of worrying at it, and they don't notice you pass by. They're just staring at the fire and murmuring to each other and looking very worried. And you manage to make it to the docks without anybody harassing you or asking you questions. Because, there's a fire going on, and people are more worried about that than they're worried about people leaving the island.
And why wouldn't people want to get away from the fire?
Yeah. There were a couple of people streaming out after you. Not quite as many as there were just sort of standing and gawking. But there were some that were leaving like, oh shit. And you make it to the docks, and you get onto Kairei's boat, and she sits on one of there's sort of these benches carved into the wood that have been padded on the top deck, and she sort of slumps into one, highly unladylike, legs akimbo, but her dress is long enough so you're not seeing anything, so it's fine. She's just like, what did you do? I told you to steal things.
Yeah, and
We
stole the
did
things.
that.
Sky pulls out the translated Gnomish letters.
Folks pulls out the regular Gnomish letters. We
Got all the
our
information you
evidence.
need right here.
So you pull out the translations, the letters, and then did you say
All
you
of his
pulled out
dealings, both legal and illegal.
in the ledger?
Yes.
Okay. And Kairei sort of shoots forwards and grabs all of it and holds it tight to her chest. And she's still kind of mildly panicked. She starts flipping through and looking at the letters and trying to catch the way the late evening. The sun has just crested below the horizon. There is just a little bit of evening light left. It's mostly moonlight at this point. She's just kind of trying to... She motions to the elven man, and he brings over a small lantern. She's seeing how the light reflects on the invisible ink and catching like bits and pieces of the numbers and such. And she... As the panic settles, as they're sailing away from the islands, you see this relief. And there's this slight mania to the grin now that the adrenaline is starting to make its way out of her system. As she looks at what you found for her and her father. And she looks up at you and she says, well, I don't know why the fire was necessary, but you did a good job. I'm impressed.
Hey, we needed to escape.
We had to cover our tracks.
Well, better way to cover our tracks than make it look like it was someone else.
Exactly.
She doesn't argue that.
So Kairei, I have to ask. Some of the things seemed a little suspicious, but we never got real proof of it. Did Hillbender have something to do with our initial kidnapping?
She sits back and she thinks. There's a possibility. But Hillbender is not the only man who traffics in people. But he is the highest man who does. It could be...
And there'll be another one before long.
Yes. And she seems sort of beaten down by that fact. She sort of hangs her head and stares at the papers in her hands. It could be...
Sky kind of awkwardly reaches out a hand and, like, almost puts it on her shoulder, but then just kind of second guesses that.
Sky, no, please don't hover hand.
Where you don't put a hand on her shoulder, the elven man sort of wraps one around her and pulls her close. And she says, it could be that he had something to do with it. But it could just be that they were men from other places just looking to fill their coffers in whatever way they could.
Alright, well, other question. We didn't find a single damn gold piece in his house.
And she actually does laugh, it's not just me. No man who is smart with his money keeps it in his house.
Where would you say he does keep it?
She looks at you and is mildly concerned by the question and says, I'd assume in a bank, whether it's the one here or a foreign one, I couldn't tell you.
Look, we just have our suspicions since he may be the one that's helping us. I want my revenge. My shiny, shiny revenge.
And I don't blame you.
Plus, he's kind of an asshole anyway. So it's not like I'm really hurting anyone
Yeah, he
important.
is kind of a shithead, huh?
Yeah, fuck
He
him.
is. Yes, he
What
is.
an absolute fuckstick.
So it's either vengeance or service. Either way, it lines my pocket.
She lifts up the ledger and the papers that she has in her hands and she says, this will get you your vengeance. Maybe not in the way you had imagined, but he is certainly not going to be staying in that nice house of his any longer. At least once I can get these through the courts.
Through the judicial system.
Yes, but
So we'll have results in 10 years. Good. Good to know.
not with me handing these over.
Oh,
I like your style.
I'm impressed.
I like yours too, sometimes.
That's
When you're
fair.
not panicking.
Sky
You're not
thinks,
panicking over
but
fire.
does not say, I like your kind of corrupt.
That's another good title.
Beautiful.
And so
And I want to stress, thinks, does not say.
Okay.
That would not be good.
Okay.
No! You have not quite made it back to the palace. They can still dump your ass overboard if they needed to.
I mean,
There's-
it's not
I mean,
really a problem
Sky
for
would be
Sky,
fine.
but
It would suck for all of us, but Sky. So
Um,
please don't.
Folks still has like one more thing to bring up to Kairei.
Okay.
Well, speaking of lining pockets, you know, we...
Yes, payment.
yeah.
When we get back to the palace, I have had the necessary payment slips written up. Though the bank will not be open today, for it is a holiday, you will get your payment soon enough.
Alright, good to know.
enough for me.
I reach in the bag of holding and pull out some of the half-eaten grapes and just pluck one off and offer it.
Man, you must really have to shuffle your arm around in there to find anything.
No, I think the way it works is you stick your hand and think about what you want, and then it appears.
Comes to your hand, yeah.
As far as I understand, yeah.
I like my concept better of just getting that arm in there. It's like
Like the bag from Harry Potter and
touch the
Hermione
snake.
when
Yeah,
she
you
knocks
start-
over all of her books.
Literally the same thing.
oh, that's the ice. Everything's gross.
No,
There's
that's
the grape.
the ice. That's the oils.
The steak.
No, that's okay,
God, the butter- butter
It's
feels
all
weird.
it's all mixing. Oh no.
For what it's worth,
Get a gross-
Kairei doesn't really think much of it and just takes the grape and pops it in her mouth.
Got a gross primordial soup going on in that bag.
For all she knows, you already had these grapes.
That's true.
I would be concerned how long folks been holding on to them grapes, but whatever.
Well, no, it doesn't.
I mean, it
lose its
hasn't been that
freshness.
long.
No.
It's also like
I mean, if I was Kairei, I'd be like,
the bag itself is an
give me
extra
some
dimensional
old,
space.
old. She don't know that. She don't
I
know
too
shit.
am an interdimensional
She's holding
space.
the grape. She can feel if it's gross and squishy
She don't
or
know
not.
shit about shit.
She's a
She's a
spellcaster.
fucking princess. She knows more than most.
She's a spellcaster. She should know about magic items, especially in this city.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I gave you that. I forgot. She's a magic.
Hell, she probably recognizes the bag from whoever's
Okay.
shop.
Damn, I'm sorry. Shit.
She does eye the bag and she says,
Fucking
"You got
stake
that
me.
from
Damn.
Riverstone, didn't you?"
What? No.
Never heard of the place.
We had it with us.
I
Yeah.
like Riverstone. The brother there. He's handsome. And she pops the grape in her mouth.
Folks pops
Well, tell him you said that.
He really is. See those arms?
She gives you a look, and there's this grin. Shit eating is the best way to describe this grin. She has seen them arms.
Gwen just shrugs. I've seen better. It's okay.
Y'all are weird.
If you can't put me in a headlock, then I ain't biting.
Lancel could probably put you in a headlock.
I ship it.
Oh my.
Nope, too late.
Making
He's
the
been
eye
claimed.
making the eye emojis at landfill.
I feel like this was supposed to be like a big dramatic moment.
A little
Like-
bit, but now it's just, Kairei talking about cute boys she likes. Whatever.
I mean, that's what usually happens when you have a dramatic moment, like in real life.
Yeah, you gotta diffuse.
That's true. We gotta diffuse the tension from potentially causing civil unrest.
And being dumped out of the boat for saying dumb shit.
Diffuse by talking about who else Kairei wants to add to her harem. Anyway. So you make it back to the Seabound Palace, where Sejong and their team are waiting by the boat. Seems that that's just kind of what they were doing. They were posted by the boat for the past hour, 2-ish hours, however long it took you to get there and back. Plus the whole wonderful 45 minutes you spent in that house.
Wasn't
And
it beautiful?
Got some shit.
It was something. Kairei sends the tiefling man, who seems to be Sejong's partner, off, and he goes into the guardhouse where y'all had gone through to get into the palace proper before. And he comes back with 3 small rolled parchments that have blue ribbons tied around each, with, again, the wax stamp of Kairei's crest, and he hands them to each of you. And Kairei hands the documents over to the elven man that was with her. And he places a hand on her cheek for a quick moment, and then scurries off with a couple of other guards. And she turns to you and says, "Thank you. Truly, thank you.
Happy to help.
And remember,
No problem.
you have a favor from me that you may call upon. Although I prefer you to actually need that favor when you call it."
That's reasonable.
You'll be our one phone call when we get arrested, inevitably.
She sighs.
Why do you think we will get caught?
She sighs.
I mean,
and
in order
says,
to not get caught, we had to start a fire this time.
Okay. But you have to admit that was at least fun.
And
I'm
stylish.
not saying it wasn't fun. I'm just saying we're inevitably gonna get caught at some point. That's just how these stories go.
She sighs.
Yeah, it's for the
and-
dramatic tension.
She kind of smiles and she says, "Yeah, that sounds about right." And
Ye of
she,
little faith. Wow.
Just hope
And I
if
mean,
we get
if
arrested.
you ever need something like this again,
She
You'll
nods
probably
knowingly.
call someone else, but
We need something
She
like this
nods.
again. We have a price, and it's not that much.
yeah, we're
Uh,
pretty
sh-
cheap, all things considered.
She
Honestly,
nods
you could just
knowingly.
pay us in cat food at this point, really.
She does reach out and scratch at Guinevere's ears.
Does Guinevere like her?
Guinevere seems to like the scritches. Whether or not she actually likes Kairei is sort of up in the air.
Probably not
To be
spent
fair-
enough time with her yet to know.
Yeah. Yeah, Guinevere's literally met her for like 30 minutes each time.
I mean, she's very quick to bond, but like it takes longer than just 2 minutes.
Yeah. So she bids you a final good night and farewell, and Lancel escorts her back into the palace with a hand on her back. And Sejong and her team take you not to the King's Hand district, but they take you all the way back to the Docklands.
To the inn, I'm assuming? That area?
Not to, well, the inn is on the Docklands, so they take you to the ferry
Yeah.
dock there, and you can make your way back to the inn. And I think that's where we're going to wrap it up for the evening. And announcement for those who are listening, this is going to be our last bi-weekly, or every other week, however you want to put that, game session. After this, we're going to start doing it monthly, so that means the podcasts are going to be monthly too.
Well, I was thinking we might be able to upload the Veil as an alternate thing.
Well, if you want to do that, but I don't want to make any promises on
I
podcast.
would like to, for the podcast, but
If you want to, okay.
we'll hash stuff out.
We'll figure something out. But at the very least, the adventures in Benos are going to be once monthly.
Yeah.
Cool. All right.
To all three listeners out there, glad you can keep. We're glad for your future support.
Excuse you, we have a whole 6 listeners?
Actually, on the last 2 episodes, we didn't have any downloads on Mediafire. I don't know what that said, anything about Google Docs, but we didn't have anything on Mediafire.
Damn.
Yeah.
What about YouTube views? Where are we
I
at?
don't know. Those are generally pretty low.
Damn.
Let me stop the recording.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Bye!
Bye.